How do you want to do this? What would you like to offer to your dead friend?
So I'm really taking drugs.
You're like
Just like the salt thing. Just give it something like spice him up real nice.
the priest is like. We roll that with advantage because that's good. Great. Roll your intimidation. You get advantage for that.
But I can't like see the source of the voice.
As you guys got closer, you heard it still. But as you got to be about 60 feet away, it just stopped.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's not going on.
So you don't see anything. Actually, the room is empty. Like there's nothing in this room besides sort of like a grating system in the middle.
Everything's just burning.
All right, I'm gonna like crack it enough to where I can kind of.
There's no door.
Okay, well
It's
I'm
just
just
a-
gonna
you're
kind
gonna
of
crawl up in?
slip in. Still on the ceiling.
Okay. You slip in, still in the ceiling, and nothing except this mirror.
The inside of the mirror.
Ooh.
Should we regroup?
Okay, I jumped down off the ceiling.
Okay.
Are you coming back to?
Oh, can I just like
We're reliving
say
this.
like kind of quietly like it's okay to come in now, or it's okay. There's
Yeah.
nobody in here.
Out the door, just like it's okay to come home.
Yeah,
Come.
yeah.
I'll come in.
Okay. She kind
Go
of
into
pushes
it.
against it's
Follow
okay to come.
too.
You guys enter into this room. You guys see the similar thing in the mirror. What is immediately catches your attention is that who enters first after Juniper? So
I was the
Juniper.
closest.
Okay. You enter and you see this giant maybe window, or it looks like a mirror, but you're not in it.
But she
Is she in it?
Only Juniper. Only Juniper's reflection is showing in this mirror.
I'm shook.
because
And
he
as
wants
you-
to kill you.
And as you guys start to file in, still only Juniper's reflection is in the mirror.
Oh, I don't like this.
Can I do a spell?
What kind of spell?
Fog cloud.
Fog cloud? Okay, okay. Yeah, sure.
I want to cast it right on top of us.
On top. So you obscure yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is the...
Isn't that like so we can't
Can
see
I-
really though either?
Huh?
Wouldn't we not be able to see though either?
No, but I think that's safer than we're getting
We'd have to
blindsided by whatever is in
While
this room.
he's doing that, can I walk up to the mirror to like touch it?
gosh.
Okay.
Juniper makes bad decisions. That's okay. I think
Are you
that's
casting the fog cloud?
Yeah.
Okay, so you... And you guys are all... Juniper walks up, you're alone. You can't see back into the fog. You see in the mirror,
Just make sure you run
as
back
you sort of
into
put your hand up and kind of touch the mirror, your reflection's just like... and you like
No.
jump back, your hair stands up, and immediately the form of Roger Fenry starts to emerge from your own reflection. He's just like, I love it every time. It's just so valuable, so valuable. I love playing the reflection in the mirror.
Oh.
I immediately pull my dagger
Okay, all right.
and fuck it, I try to stab him.
You try to stab him?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to stab him, and your blade runs right into this thick piece of glass that's between you two. It's basically a wall, a see-through wall. And at that point, now that you kind of, the mirror perspective has been taken out of it, it's sort of like one of those things where the minute that the puzzle is sort of revealed to you, you can't see anything except the puzzle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you were to see a path through a maze, right? You would only be able to see that path once you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Now that you know that this isn't a mirror, you start to realize that across the way is an exactly identical sort of room. It's made to look like a mirror on one side or the other.
Oh.
And he, as he like changes into Roger Fenry, and you go to stab him, and he clinks on the glass, he changes back into you and starts to mimic your movement across the side of the mirror. Starts to laugh at you. You guys are so silly. You guys came exactly where I wanted you to come.
Oh shit.
You see, look. I would have been well enough to leave you all alone if you just hadn't said those things that you said in the cave before. It really gets under my skin when people see through my illusion. I'm the best at illusion. No one beats me. In fact, if I knew, I mean, it did help my ego a little bit when you guys didn't know it was me just a few hours ago, but it was absolutely wonderful just to see your face. So concerned for Roger Fenry, so concerned. He fell off. Oh. Roger Fenry did put up a fight. That's why I was bruised, but I had to make it look like I'd fallen off or something, you know, something
You never
dumb
even
Roger
used
would
the
do.
code.
Whoa, damn!
Shoot, guys!
We're a joke.
The cloud is still behind you. Are the members still coming up?
Do they see or no?
At this point, you only hear the speaking.
Speaking
Yeah.
out of the fog, can I yell, Juniper, who's with you?
And then he kind of mocks back in your voice. Oh, no one at all. Like in the same exact
Oh
voice.
my god! And I would have in my voice, obviously.
You hear Juniper like disagreeing with herself.
Yeah, I'm like, no, guys, it's the guy. It's the guy who's here.
What guy? What am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about. And you see he like calls to the mayor.
What's it called?
It's the sound of a
I
raven.
want to yell at them to come back out, come out of the fog, so they can. Oh, but they can't see in the mirror. Crap.
You should come into the fog.
But
How
like,
can-
okay, so but like, I can't go in the mirror. This thing's in the mirror.
He's so as your perspective has been changed now that you know that it's not a mirror. What you're seeing is a room and another room that are separated by a glass wall.
Oh,
The two rooms are identical,
so
so
can I
it looks
bust
like
through the wall?
you want to roll a strength check. See if you can punch the wall, break it.
Can I yell at her and ask her?
Yeah, yell at me.
Huh?
Yeah, yell at me.
Um,
I'm here still.
How do we know you sounding kind of crazy? How do we know it's actually you?
Now
Did you
he
guys
is-
step out of the fog?
Yeah.
The
Just me. I don't
just
know
you.
about
The moment you step out of the fog, all you see is her reflection in the mirror. He continues his like he is mimicking you. At this moment, you don't really know if it's still a mirror or not. You haven't been revealed the illusion.
So I'm not there anymore.
No, you
No,
are
you're there.
You're there. Your reflection's there. As well.
It's just
He's just
mimicking, it's just
mimicking
mocking
you.
you.
So you
He's
can't tell it's
mimicking.
another person.
Oh.
So you can
The minute he saw
Oh.
another person,
Oh.
he's now gone back to being you and mimicking your movement.
Oh, remember we walked in this room. You guys didn't see me in this mirror before, and now it's there.
They've always seen you in the mirror.
Yeah,
There's
I
always
we
only
saw
you.
you. Always
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
you.
Only been
I
here
couldn't
the
see
whole time.
myself.
It's
So
not a mirror.
I want to
it's
ask
a
her, why
glass.
can't I see? Why is it that
Same.
I can't see myself, right?
No, you still can't see yourself.
Why can't I see myself in this mirror, but I can see you?
Guys, I'm telling you, it's the shapeshifter. When you guys were in the fog, it was Roger, and now it's me.
So what do we need to do to get to Roger?
We gotta bust through this thing.
Okay. I think I have this biggest strength check, so can I do a strength check?
Sure. You go to bust through glass.
Yeah.
Dang.
4.
You. Oh. Ooh. It really, and when you punch it, you get the sense that just by hitting it, you realize that this glass is tempered in some way.
Okay.
It is not. It doesn't give. It's about. You can tell that this glass seems to be maybe 4 inches thick, 5 inches thick. We got like Pope-mobile windows going on here.
So can I do a cantrip instead?
Sure.
Yeah. Primal Savagery.
What does that do?
That one is where I get my claws cast.
And then you're gonna try and attack the window or the glass again?
The claws.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an attack against the glass.
9. Shit, which one was I gonna add on to it?
It would just be with your normal primal savagery. I think would just be 9 plus your spell modifier. So
Oh, spell
Wisdom plus.
modifier plus what?
okay, it's 9 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
You go scratch the glass, and this sort of weird, as you have magic going, this sort of weird blue lace grid pattern appears on the glass. As you go to scratch it, you realize that your magic doesn't penetrate. Oh.
What?
Can I use my sword that, what did I do with it?
It's just-
It's my special sword that I bought from the
Silver
guy.
sword. Made of silver.
It counters magic, or it destroys magic.
Did you? I think it was just a silvered sword.
Silver sword,
Yeah.
yes.
So silver, just a silvered sword is a physical sword. It's not a magic sword. It would just basically work against. So like if a creature is like a vampire, right?
Mhm.
They can't be attacked really normally by normal weapons.
Oh,
You
okay.
need magical weapons to kill them or spells.
But
The
that,
silvered sword just allows you to kind of
To
count it
kill
as
it.
a magical weapon, even though it's
Oh,
not
okay.
really.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can certainly slash it though with glass if you want to.
Everybody's still in the fog, right?
At this
Can
point, yeah.
Roger see them at all, or are they all dead?
Who? Where's Roger?
Oh, right, that's right.
You're seeing her reflection. She
can't
sounds
see.
crazy.
I'm a crazy cat lady. Literally.
Do you think we should both attack it at once? See if maybe one of us breaks it,
Are you guys all kind of popping out of the fog and kind of coming towards where
or
this?
should we call
Sound
everybody else?
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
we
I
can
was
all
right
attack.
behind them the whole time.
Okay. So I'd say as this conversation's happening, most of you, if you want to, could pop out of the fog in that direction and sort of make your way over to the mirror as well.
So,
So he can't mount my
Ooh.
voice, right?
Yeah,
I
he's
can't
only
see myself.
doing one at a time.
You could if you wanted to,
Oh, if you want.
Yeah. but he's still. You guys still are just seeing her reflection the same way when you came in, only her reflection. She's sort of moving. The reflection is moving with her.
So I asked Juniper, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time looking at your reflection in the mirror?
telling you, it's not me. And I bet it makes this guy so mad that I know it's not him or me also.
Well, I mean, and then at that point, her reflection starts to speak and move separately from her. Look, I mean, it's just really fun, you know. That's part of what drives me. Is it's just so fun to trick people. I'm sure you would agree,
Spooky.
right? We kind of eye to eye. We see eye to eye, don't we? We're both deceptive, right?
We are not the same whatsoever.
Oh, okay. I see. Sad that you think so. It'd be pretty cool to be me, I think.
See? I
Now,
told
look,
you!
let's get to the kind of like pauses for a second and like looks at you again. He's like, interesting. Okay.
As he pauses, can I jab my sword through the window now that I see that she's telling me?
Sure. Go ahead and make an attack against the window.
Let's try again. Damn it!
Roll your dice before forgetting.
So yeah, 13 again.
You, it, like your sword just kind of slips right off the surface. Makes a little bit of an engraving. But again, you see now that the illusion is broken to all of you, you see that the same thing she sees, that now that this is two rooms separated by a big, thick pane of glass. You see that the glass itself is about 4 or 5 inches thick. It says, "Well, I'd love to stay and talk, but I've got a party to get to."
Party.
Yes, I've got a party to. You guys can come if you survive, but
Oh,
it's
shit.
What do you mean if we survive?
Oh, wait. See, and he kind of looks down at the floor. He sort of pulls a stone up, reaches under, flips a lever.
I'm gonna run up the wall.
And at the moment he flips the lever, a piece of glass similar to the one that you guys are seeing in front of you slides down in the doorway that you guys came in.
Ah.
All right. Okay.
Why do we do this
Who's
to
got
ourselves?
investigation? Look around the room for like a door or something.
Look, the rest of you, no hard feelings. I'm so sorry that you got pulled up into this.
Oh.
I didn't mean for this, but she definitely asked for this, considering that she questioned me.
Mr. Juniper or Roger.
At this point, he's
whoever you
changed it to
are.
Roger as he's speaking. He's slowly. You guys watch. Now that you're getting a really close view of the actual transformation between shapes, you see almost. It's almost like himself as his form is not really there. It's almost as if as he's growing in height to become Roger, it's sort of like some of his skin is like bubbling and like rolling up and adding to the top, and his skin changes. It's almost like Mystique from X-Men. It sort of like flips over, and as he's changing, it's like kind of up his body.
Oh, anyways, I promise you my sword is gonna go through your arm because you have damaged me before, and I must get revenge.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So, what kind of floor is there in this room? Like, what? Like,
This floor is a stone floor. It's a white stone floor. Similar, you guys, just reminding you that you did see some ledgers. I think you on your nose, it was a ledger to a metric bajillion ton of glass, silver, and stone. Dang.
Where's this party that you're going to?
Oh, it's like my house. It's my house now. It's been my house for a week until you guys showed back up. You guys aren't supposed to be doing that kind of thing. They don't usually escape. It's just a pain. Normally I see these things ahead of time. You know, I see the spite in your mind, but I didn't see it this time, unfortunately. We all have our faults, right? Except it depends. And he sort of begins to walk off. Just goodbye. I'll see you at my party. And
Okay.
as he's walking out the door, he grabs onto another lever on the edge of the door, pulls it, and sort of looks back at you, and you specifically go and roll a perception check.
Should we all roll initiative?
18.
Nice.
Okay.
So 22.
22. As he pulls the lever and looks back at you guys, his eyes sort of flicker in color. And they sort of change from Roger's normal brown eyes to these piercing, cold blue eyes. Blue eyes that you've seen before. Just winks as he leaves. Pulls this lever. And as he pulls the lever, this fog starts to mix with your fog. It comes from the vents below.
Fun.
It's this green swirling fog, and as it starts to, you guys start to like, are in it. Are you covering your mouths?
Yeah.
You guys could start to cover your mouth, and this sort of green fog, as it sort of notices. You guys, I say notice because it starts to move in its own way. That's not conducive to fog. It starts to coalesce around you guys specifically, and you see this like sort of like this like lightning arcing in the fog itself. And we'll just go ahead and have you guys roll initiative right now.
Oh boy.
Dang, what is with my rolls?
Oh. Yep. The 12.
I got 8.
This is 17. Oh, you
got a 9. Yeah.
25 to 20. 20. Nice. Alright. And you got, so 15 and 20?
I got 19.
19 and 17? What's your dexterity?
+2.
Okay, 10 to 15. 5 to 10?
9.
5.
What do you, do we know what, do we know that?
What did you roll, Tony?
You got a 6.
Plus 8.
6 plus 8. Oh, so then with Dex mine would be 11.
Okay. Alright. So, Artis, Gumiho, and Griffin. She's just so frazzled.
I'm
By this.
I got my cat hairs.
Libri, this fog starts to lift from the vents, starts to move in a more sentient way than you're comfortable with, and you see this lightning start to like around this fog. As the minute you start to breathe it in through your hands, what are you gonna do?
Is it lightning?
Yeah, lightning's arcing through the fog at this point. It's like connecting from different parts to different parts. It sort of lights up a little bit and then arcs. lights up a little bit. Arcs.
Hmm.
Go to the point where it's arcing from.
Okay. Walk up to him. What do you want to do?
Well, I can't get on the ceiling, so I guess I'll go to the ones that are hitting the floor.
Okay. And you want to?
Investigate where the sparks are originating from.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, no.
Okay. You kind of look, and as it's sort of like, you're looking at it, and you're just not like, you're not so sure about what this is. You've never seen anything like it before. But
You know, I guess I'd fill up both of my sides.
pull up both your sides, just get ready for something.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's stick it in the ground where the thunderbolts are coming from.
So they're not on the ground. They're just in the fog in the cloud. It's almost like if you had a thundercloud and there's this the air. The thunder's kind of arcing from different parts of the cloud to itself.
Oh.
Not shit I can
You want to just hang it here? Or your phone there, isn't it?
Can we
recording.
see, like, still? Can we see, like, the mirror?
If you want
Yeah, you can see the
Oh,
mirror.
okay.
This fog is not opaque like his was.
Okay.
You can see through this fog. It's just like a haze.
do. Does it like a versus like camouflage?
Not yet.
Well,
In that bag. At the entertainment.
What's it?
Yeah, there's cookies, chips.
Okay. You want to just like hold an action? You could hold an action. You could say, I want to strike it when I see something attacking someone. Or something like that, you know?
just like the missile.
Okay, so just in case something comes at you, you want to get that ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. At that point, I need you all to take.
What are you doing?
What's that?
I can't drive, remember?
Alright, it's for me. I
You
had.
better not be drinking.
You
I'll kill us both in that car.
Alright, so everyone go ahead and take 1 poison damage. Just from being in the mist.
Guys, this is where I die.
We have 4 left.
Don't worry. I got 8.
We all took what?
Everyone take 1 point of poison damage just from being within the mist.
Oh, okay.
We gotta,
What is that lower?
we gotta bust that mirror open.
It just takes 1 point away from it.
Poison damage. Am I?
Oh, Brad, you brought me a snack.
I don't know if it's
Oh, certainly, yeah. You
What
can
about
just-
before I go?
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
I see after.
No, I
Like,
don't
I got
know.
hit by the lightning. Making or what I did.
Oh, so you can't do the poison snap. It's only poison.
Make up your mind, Brad.
So you can't do the white man. But you can hit with lightning range.
Okay.
Tony, what's going on with another brew?
Delicious.
You don't like them?
What's going on with the
I don't mind them.
Brewski?
Yeah, I'll get you one next time.
Oh, you want some beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one, I think, left in the fridge, or there's some in the box. I think.
Is it my?
At that point, it is
That's
still its
chocolate milk?
turn.
Oh
Where's
It
that?
is going to.
In the,
Before it's my turn.
either that one or the down, like in the middle. There's Corona to your right.
Chocolate milk.
Mix them together.
You guys start to see this. The lightning is beginning to start picking up. And it's crackling, it's louder than you've ever heard anything before. It's all in your ears. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is what your number plus your con?
12.
What's that?
Your number plus your
Yeah,
con.
plus your con ability. Or your save throw. It should be, sometimes your save throw might be
Son
different.
of a- Biscuit.
Oh, a natural 1.
Natural 1, wow.
And a
18.
constitution. So, 2.
9.
20.
Alright, I'll just go around the ring here. You ready?
Rest in peace, my soul.
8.
Where's your safe throw?
Your constitution.
Oh, Constitution.
Alright, so 8,
2.
2. Do we know what Cindy rolled or
Oh, I
She
should
didn't
roll
know.
just want to roll for her or should we wait for her?
Yeah, let
Maybe-
her roll.
Well,
Let
what?
her-
You roll the dice, you're gonna kill everything. What'd you roll?
18,
18?
plus 2. so
Nice.
20.
And what'd you roll?
14.
Okay.
9.
9. So that's a fail. A fail. And a fail. Let's see what Cindy rolled.
A 6 so far.
This is where I got.
Are you looking for a bottle opener? It's right here. Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you fail, which is
Can't
would be
drink,
you
can't
there
drink.
as well. If you fail, take 7 points of damage.
I got
And if
one
you-
foot more.
If you succeeded, take half of that. So take 3 points of damage if you succeeded.
3 points to your
3
roll.
points. Yep.
Cindy,
That's
you
not
roll.
against the armor, is it?
Nope. This is an effect of being
I need to
within the.
I died.
You get a roll
Oh, you're
big
down?
one.
I died.
And then.
2. Okay, even worse.
Oh.
Okay. So you take. So
Should've took my roll.
I think for
Cindy,
2
I
minutes.
have 1 hit
I took
point
that.
I
left.
should have let her take my roll.
I
Die.
take that.
What happened?
The fog is killing us.
Oh
Alright,
my
so
god.
you notice as
Well,
the
me, I'm
lightning
fucking
that was
dead.
originally striking is starting to pick up, and you guys are starting to like not be able to find a space that isn't being struck, and you guys start getting hit by this lightning damage. So you'll take 7 points of lightning damage.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Wait, all of us should take
No,
a
it was,
Oh, no,
you
just
said
the-
7 before that,
Oh,
too, right?
oh.
7
I don't
7 if
have
you
spells left.
succeeded, or if you failed, and 3 if you succeeded.
Oh, wait, I have.
And then 7 again after that.
No, just 7 once.
I have 1 spell left.
Yeah, I was using my hit point from the last round.
No,
These are our
you
normal
have
spells.
you have spell slots. Once you're out of spell slots, I have all mine.
Whose turn is it?
And at that point, it will be Eritrea's turn. The lightning strikes across everyone's body and it starts arcing through everybody. They're all getting hurt by this ability.
Okay, so my spirit totem, that's a bonus.
That's the bonus action to
Okay.
cast the spirit totem. Yeah.
So
Hey.
I would like to do warding wind.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that do?
Strong wind, 20 miles per hour, and it moves with me.
Oh, okay. You want to try and blow the gas out of the way or something?
Yeah, I want
okay.
to try.
Okay, yeah, I'll make it roll. What's the warding wind do? I want to see just real quick if there's like a saving throw or something.
So I was going to add that to mine.
Warding. Strong wind, so
You like it?
I'm like,
Huh?
pull it up.
You like it?
Yeah, those are great.
I was a brand ambassador for games. I sent like a bunch of
Oh, did you?
So it
I'm
says
more of a,
it
like
deafens-
Corona Modelo guy. Yeah, those are
blows
definitely
around you in a 10
I do
foot
like the
radius.
new
So
Stella Rosa ones.
anyone within 10 feet of her
Those are pretty
is now momentarily, is it a concentration? Nice.
Yes.
Up to 10 minutes, yeah. So you are, at the moment, the fog is nowhere near you. It's out of that radius, so the wind is sort of blowing around you and keeping the fog away from you. Anyone within 10 feet of her is protected from this fog. There's sort of a bubble of wind around her as she's...
How big is the space between one glass to the other glass?
What's that?
How big is the space between one glass to the other
Like the
side?
door and then the glass...
the room?
The window?
Like
Yeah,
50
because didn't
feet.
like another glass wall drop behind us?
Yeah, so the
Another
glass
one?
wall dropped where the doorway was.
Yeah,
So you got 50 feet.
50 feet, okay.
Yeah.
So there's still...
And the fog is
For my bonus,
consuming-
could I
or
do
the-
Assuming the entire room besides that bubble around here.
The bear spirit.
You want to put the bear spirit? Okay.
Yep.
So, she casts this sort of... Go ahead and describe how you pull the bear spirit out of the ground or whatever you want to do. How does it look?
Pull it right out of my heart since I was
Feels like a cooler bear than when Tony turned into.
It's really savage and nasty.
Turn right back in.
It's
It's
not a
actually
slow
fast.
one. Yeah.
Not blue.
Sort of raises out of the ground and it's now kind of floating in the wind that you've casted.
Yeah.
And everyone within this room now, all of you guys basically have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, as well as you all have 7.
5 plus half of your level.
Yeah, so 7 temporary hit points. So it's kind of like add 7 to yours, but don't actually add it to your pool of hit points. Just add another 7 that can be taken away from later.
Would that bring him back up?
Temporary.
I don't think you were down, were you?
No, I wasn't
you're
at the
right.
time.
Oh.
I was using the hit points from the last round we played last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
you're supposed to.
Yeah, so you would have added the hit points to that when you rolled for your hit points. Did you
Right.
already add that?
Yeah, but I didn't add the ones from when we leveled up.
Yeah, so you would add those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, all right. So,
I had them written down, but I used the wrong number.
so this bear kind of comes up, and you all sort of feel this life essence sort of flow from the bear to you guys, and you guys are filled with a little bit of extra resilience from this bear. And is that the end of your turn? I believe it is.
Yep.
All right, Ren, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I want to take my short sword
Okay.
and try and jam it between the bottom of the pane of the glass behind us and the ground. Try and
Okay.
like wedge it there to
The
kind
door?
of like the bottom of the frame, yeah, the
Okay,
glass.
sure,
the
sure,
doorway, to kind of like wedge it upward a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and roll roll an attack for me. Real quick. We'll see how high you're yeah. Just your attack with your dagger, and then add your dexterity plus your proficiency.
11 plus 4, 15. Dexterity plus what?
Plus proficiency, so plus 2.
So 11, 4, and 2.
So just 4. Oh, is your dexterity 4?
Yeah, my dexterity, or plus 2.
Okay, so 4 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
11 plus 4.
15.
All right, so you jam your sword under, or your dagger underneath the pane where it was, and you do get it under the pane. Do you want to try and lift it up now with a bonus action or something?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
Is it the same dice?
Same dice.
Yep, same dice. And you have advantage on this since you are within the bear totem.
15.
So roll it again and take the higher dice, higher number. 10. Oh, so 15 plus your strength.
15 plus 0.
Okay, so 15. Do you guys watch as Ren runs over and like jams the sword underneath the dagger underneath the pane that fell down in the doorway and starts to lift, and it's like sort of lifts up off the ground. It's really a lot of weight, but is able to kind of lift it about like a little bit. It's moving is what I'm trying to say here. So you're able to move this, but it's still a very heavy pane of glass that's about 4 inches thick.
Oh, better help me if you don't want to die.
All right, was that your turn?
yeah. I
Does
don't
any
know
of the
what
fog
else
or anything?
Nothing else.
Well,
The fog seems to be moving on its own.
On its own.
Yeah. Artist, it is now your turn.
We'll help her out.
Okay, you want to go over
Same thing,
make
yeah, with my
another strength
staff.
check as you try and lift it up? Are you going to try and stick your staff under there as well now that
Mhm.
she's lifted? Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
3.
You're like,
I got 2.
Minus
okay.
1 for my
Minus
strength,
1,
so
okay.
that-
You kind of like,
It's like real life, right?
oh! You try and jam it under there, it's not working. Do you have anything else you wanted to try, or? Yeah, we'll say that took your action to do.
That's pretty much all I got.
Okay.
I think I'm good right now.
Go
All
hide
right.
in the bubble.
Gumiho, it is now your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna keep jamming at this glass that I've been trying to.
The main wall or the window?
The one for the room, the other room where Roger just left.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just do from savagery again. 16. So, 16 plus 1, 17.
With your glowing sort of red-green claws, you slash at the window again, and similar. The minute your magical protrusions sort of scrape. Yeah, you just hear the scream of a child. The minute those magical
It's so
protrusions kind of
glass.
come out, you see that sort of almost like blue mesh, this magical ethereal blue mesh sort of appear as you. It's like when in a video game when you hit the border of the world and it's like, like in Fortnite, it's the edge of the storm. Yeah.
Well,
It's actually a good point. The fog is making a sound similar to this.
Oh,
Every now and then you guys are seeing these like almost like stretched faces as they
ooh.
as they kind of like flow past you guys and they're like
Same.
Let me out!
Right?
Mason is still down there somewhere. He's like,
And so I use my movement to get closer to them.
All right, you want to get closer to the door?
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, Juniper, it is finally your turn.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. I didn't realize I
Sounds
was
like some
Halloween
satanic
soundtrack.
rituals and
This reminds me of
It's the language he was practicing.
Fallen Jedi. I don't know if you played that. No? They got these creepy ass sisters that are like talk like
Oh,
that.
gross.
Every time they're
Oh,
doing a spell.
Don't mind me just holding this glass up for you guys.
what did your spell do again besides the points? Did it do something else?
You got strength. Oh, you should have had advantage.
Oh.
No, that was an attack.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
strength.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, just strength advantage. and
What
sudden
kind of
activity.
creature is this?
You're gonna have to
Like,
roll
Well, just
that
'cause-
knowledge.
It's a fog creature.
What do you want to know?
Like, is it an aberration, an element, celestial? Does it have a type?
It does have a type. Are you asking for? What are you asking for?
For if I can use a protection.
Oh, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You can try to cast a spell if you want to.
How lucky are you feeling?
Yeah, how you feel? Are you trying to? God, that's jarring. You're trying to cast protection from good and evil.
Yeah.
So I fall asleep. What do you mean?
This is why I have nightmares of you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Agents of Shield.
a nature check at disadvantage.
One.
Okay, well, I'm like, man, I have no clue what this thing is. Like,
Oh,
whatever it is, you
man.
have no clue.
I mean, can I still cast it on myself? Just
Sure, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So you're casting protection from evil and good?
Yeah, on myself.
So
On yourself, okay.
can I get fit
Now, what's that do? Creatures of those type
Oh,
of
because then with the
concerning
blinding
things,
damage
like,
instead.
so you can't charm fighting possessed.
Yeah, that puts the damage and it gives me a boost in power.
Okay, alright. Fair enough. So is your action to cast then?
Would that be an action? Oh yeah. Okay, and then so I'm just gonna chill in this wind.
Oh, in the
I
wind.
don't want. I'm almost
Okay.
dead anyway.
Alright. So at that point, the bride is now your turn. The wind is still kind of whipping around her. The mist has now got these elongated faces that are like making this creepy ass sound.
Are the so like I could like walk through the creepy faces and stuff. Like,
Yeah. So they're not corporeal. It's just mist, but it's almost like if you were to look up at the clouds and see how the clouds like form shapes. And stuff, it's similar to that. It kind of just becomes a little bit more thick in that moment as it like.
And she still has the back door that cracked.
A little bit cracked off, just a little bit though.
I'll try to use my staff to help it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check for me with advantage. Roll twice and take the higher. You seem to have good luck with the dice.
No, you had the right one.
Nice. So
And roll it again if you want to see if you get higher. If you get that.
nice.
9?
Yeah, I got 18.
Nice. And then is that plus your stuff or?
It's 19 minus 1.
Oh, okay. All right. So you are able to jam your staff, and Artist, you're like, and you start to push upwards, and the crack of the door starts to go up about, it's now an inch or two off the ground, as the staff is giving him a lot more leverage to push. At that point, everyone who is not within the wind that you've created will take one more point of poison damage.
Who's not?
That is you.
Everybody
You,
got it.
you, yeah. So 4 of you take 1 point of poison damage.
I'm making it right.
Let's see if he gets his ability back. Alright. So,
use your strength to help us get out of here.
I do. I have
Alright.
this biggest strength.
at that point, let's see. It's going to target
Can I have somebody else roll my dice?
Between both
Same.
you two here.
Oh man.
So just for you, that's 21 to hit.
Oh.
Rip.
All right, so
Alright.
How much damage? I don't know.
Rest in pieces.
Me.
you take 6 points of slashing damage as this almost like in just an instant the fog sort of corporeal, like it becomes corporeal for just a second in this like arcing slashing blade. It's like a whoosh, and it cuts across your back in this sort of blade, and then it just dissipates again as it comes through, and you take 6 points of slashing damage from that. And then another sort of slashing blade kind of comes for you on the inside of the wind, and it rolls 7 to hit.
Wait, but she's by me.
So yeah, the minute it becomes corporeal,
Oh.
it is not affected by your wind spell. Alright, so
Joe's
this
just chilling.
this
having
blade
his
comes through and you're like-
It's like you
Underneath.
beat those twin sword
yeah.
from Naruto.
Yeah. And then Eritrea, it is now your turn. This blade kind of comes through and almost cuts over off your guys' heads.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
So
that.
I want
Makes
to
sense
like
too.
run over where they are. Are
Okay.
they close enough where I can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then like the wind will move a
The
little
one
bit.
will, Juniper, you're not in the fog. Go ahead and take your 1 point of poison damage.
Oh, whoopsie.
Also right.
Actually-
Also take it off of my temporary hit points.
Yeah, take it off your temporary first. Whatever you had for your temporary.
You thought you were safe.
The wind now moves
Yeah,
again.
Selfish.
Alright, so you want to go over to him? Did you want to
Yeah.
do something?
I wanted to try and hit the wind, or like the
The glass.
swirling.
Oh, the
Okay.
mist with the. Oh, how do you want to hit it with?
With produce flame.
Sure, yeah. Go
I was
ahead and,
worried about it like igniting with them in it.
sure. So go ahead and.
She's like,
Oh, see.
Sacrifice I'm willing to make.
You gonna do it? If you are, go ahead and make your spell attack.
The more oxygen, the better the fun.
Okay, well, yeah, I want to try and see what happens.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack spell.
You have a backup character.
This one came from vents. Can you get up through the vents?
Man, sure it would have been able to if we could still transform.
Or you need one per
2.
2.
3?
Bear was my second.
Okay,
And Boar was her second.
Oh, you want? So did you roll 3 plus your spell attack?
When can you change it to a bear again?
Because a rug was trying to kill her, and 2 machetes
7.
were trying to kill me.
You
Oh, jeez.
produce the flame from your like, crystal, like, pull it out and try and like throw it up, and it doesn't seem to really contact with anything.
Okay.
Is that the rest of your turn then?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright, Ren, at that point it is your turn.
alright, so we have it a couple inches off the ground now.
Yeah, like 2 inches off the ground.
So I'm going to use my strength now that there's enough leverage to grip it from the bottom and also use my tail to try and like wind it up.
Okay, go ahead and roll your strength for me with advantage.
This one?
Yeah, roll it twice and take the higher number.
18.
18.
15.
Okay, so 18 plus your strength
18 plus 0. So
plus 0, so 18. For just a moment, you're able to lift it up, and it hits a winch system as you pull it up and kind of thrust it up, and it goes, and it gets stuck about 8 inches off the ground. Like it's catching onto the system as you pull it upwards. The winch has now got it about. You guys have about 8 inches if you want to try and squeeze.
So I'm pretty small.
I'm
so
trying too.
I'm gonna try and squeeze through before I die.
Sure, yeah. So it takes a bit of your movement. You are able to kind of push yourself through that hole.
And then once on the other side, I hold it just in case.
Okay, alright. So at that point, it is now Artis's turn. There's now 8 inches of gap for you to try and squeeze under if you want to. Or you can try and lift it up higher if you need to.
Sure, I'll try to squeeze under it.
Okay. Yeah, 8 inches, about that big, maybe that. I'd say most of you are pretty able and capable, and so you with a little bit of squeezing, you kind of,
For most
you're a bit
elvish-
bigger than she is.
Some elvish are pretty.
squeezing the
You live over
Fluid.
here. Just like-
right?
No, You're able to squeeze
Elvish
yourself.
people are pretty thin, right?
What's that?
Elvish people?
Yeah, they're generally pretty thin, pretty not.
Got spaded.
Yeah, we're not like orcs or
I don't
elves.
take kindly to that.
The bear is like.
I should have fallen on my back.
You are able to squeeze yourself underneath without too much of a problem. Gumiho, it is now your turn.
My turn. Oh, man. Can I see where the winch system is?
So it's inside of the
Inside the glass.
inside the glass or inside the sides of the wall. You're not really able to see it.
Come on, you got this.
Things are going to shut behind you.
Take it back down.
Gonna let the gas out.
Alright, I guess I'll go through it and help her hold it up.
Okay, so you kind of squeeze under and you're holding it as well. Doesn't seem like it'll fall at this point since you got a bunch of people holding on to it. Juniper,
I'm going
oh,
through
right under.
it.
Okay.
Making a run for it.
You do the Indiana Jones like slide under, grab the hat as you.
Right. Wait, so we're all through now, right?
Except
No.
for
No.
No, Eritrea.
Libra and Eritrea.
Damn. I was
So
gonna
let's
say
Where is
shit.
She's
She's up on you guys now with the wind is kind of flowing around you guys to
Okay.
protect you. The wind is also keeping it from escaping under the door.
Oh.
What's that?
The fog?
So the wind can't escape through the door at this point because her wind is big enough that it's just blowing at the entrance to the door. It's not able to get through to the door.
How far did you run? Or did you just go out the door and then you're just standing there? Or did
Yeah,
you
I'm
run
just
all the way?
standing there. Can I
Just watching her.
use an action to try and like pull him through the door?
Libra?
No,
Yeah.
you should pull her through the door.
No, so then
No,
she can
because
keep
then
the
it's
wind
gonna
in.
damage you.
She's gonna get left there.
No,
She won't. We're
it'll
all
be-
holding it up.
yeah.
We don't know for sure.
I'm
magic.
confident. Can I do this?
You want to pull him? Are you
Can I
willing?
try?
If you're not willing, it'd be a contested check. But if you are willing,
Do it against his will.
Yeah. All of us together.
That's it, pull us both while you're at it.
I don't have a good
I mean, I have good strength, but can I do an action like that? I
well,
mean, I didn't use an action, but
okay.
I
I'd
guess-
say if you wanted to, when you went, you could try to pull him through, if he's willing.
no, like she pulled him and I pulled her.
Oh, okay. So, go ahead and roll a strength check if you're willing.
Wait, what's going on?
Are you willing to
So-
be pulled under the door with her?
And I'm gonna pull.
She's trying to drag you out. Are you gonna let her or are you gonna poke a fight?
Hold on. One at a time. There was 8 inches tall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's making it so the fog can't escape, right?
Yep.
Which
Okay.
is why I want to pull you so she can keep the
But
fog.
why
in
would
the
you
room.
need to pull me? Because I could just go under myself, right? But if I could just slip under myself, you could pull her while I
But-
slip
Because
under
it's
you.
If we
gonna be
pull-
her turn before
If we
yours.
pull
You're gonna
her,
get stuck
it'll
in
stop
there.
What
pushing.
is- It's my turn right now.
No, it's her
No,
turn. It's
my
Juniper's
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. No,
if-
I thought I was after you though.
Yeah.
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 But
Oh,
So-
okay then. Yeah, whatever.
But then she
But-
would have saved you an action, you know, or
But,
sure,
okay,
yeah.
so if we pull Eritrea though, the fog is gonna be able to get to the door because she's the only thing stopping it from.
So I gotta go in before her now. Okay. Okay, but whatever. You do whatever you want.
Are you
Grab him by the
willing?
ankle,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah, right.
You like slide through. Go ahead and roll your
Throw him down the
strength.
cake.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh man.
Yeah, you can tie me up and all the ropes
Oh,
you want, I
it's
guess.
not good.
1 foot under. That's it.
Two.
You try and grab him as you slide, and it slips out of your hand. You kind of slide through. You're not able to get a hold onto him.
Oh.
But it is your turn. Are you gonna try and sneak it and slide under the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my side right there, like in the seam
Oh
of the
yeah,
door,
just kind of stick it in there. Okay, all right.
and then crawl under.
Okay, all right. So you crawl under. Everyone is under except for Eritrea at this point, and
It's her turn. But she's
it's actually its turn now.
Oh. Oh.
See, that's what I was talking about, man.
So who's closest to the door? Probably
Well,
you
we're
two.
holding
since
the
you-
door.
Well, yeah, me.
Yeah, I
Oh, you
slid
two
past
are-
him.
okay,
And
so
then he put his staff under as well.
I
Okay.
But he's
myself
not
out
moving,
of
so
it.
it's
Actually,
actually-
not the staff. It's
Okay.
just like a
the sides,
side.
the little
Oh, yeah.
blade that you got
Yeah.
there. So it's gonna attack you too, since you're the same kind of corporeal like axe blade sort of comes across, and that is 21 again against you.
So how much
He's
damage
got
is
something
that?
So-
against you. Let's push her back.
That's 6 points of damage.
Okay, I'm almost dead, guys.
How much do you have?
I have 8 hit points and I just took 6.
Girl, I have 1.
All right, at that point, it's gonna be another set of blade. These blades are sort of like swinging underneath the door a little bit.
At the same time, I want to jump. I'm just kidding.
Alright, so that is 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 7 points of damage as it like slashes on the door, it hits your fingers, and almost feels like it cuts the edges of them and lacerates your knuckles.
That's why I hate the elements.
All right, at that point, its turn is ended. Or actually, no, let me check just to make sure. Nope. Eritrea, it's now your turn. Everyone is on the other side of the glass. They've all snuck under the 8-inch height there that they got the door up to. Your wind, though, seems to be keeping it from getting and flowing underneath the door at this point.
But they're all on the other side.
They're all on the other side,
Okay.
waiting for you.
I guess I'll go here as well.
You'll go under.
You
Okay,
ready?
alright. Slide
Why would you
under.
say it?
Alright, so you slide under and your wind is still kind of keeping it right at bay. It's trying to push through under the door to get you guys at this point. We're gonna move out of initiative at this point, so just no more. We're not gonna keep initiative going. But the mist is still trying to push against her wind to get on the door. You guys gonna let go of the door, trying to push it back down?
Guys, we gotta shut this door.
I'm gonna drop kick the door so we're all out. So
I want to try and like undersweep his side so he can get it back.
Okay, you know, kick his side out.
Kick his side
Your
out.
side goes tink, and it comes back and it kind of slides over to you. And then you guys kind of push the door down and try and okay. Just roll a collective strength check if you're all, and with advantage it's the
17,
15.
Oh, finally.
18.
I got 15.
So I got
yeah.
19.
all right. So at that
So
point,
I got-
with all of your guys' kind of strength combined, you sort of push it past the mechanical sort of winch system, and it kind of you hear like almost like some machinery on the other side breaking, and some steam just go, and it like kind of
Oh, that's open it back up.
finally closes back down, and the gas itself is sort of collecting against the window, sort of like the symbiote in Venom, where it's trying to climb against the window, but it's mist instead of gel or whatever that is, and you see the faces kind of crack like a lightning.
Alright, who wants to
You
go
guys
to a
are-
party?
You guys are now safe on the other side of the door.
I want to go take a
Let's get the
nap.
hell out of here now.
Yeah.
Sleep.
No.
Yeah.
Can we sleep in the hallway?
You want to sleep in the hallway?
Let's go
I
back to
do.
the
Why were
orphan
they
room.
slashing us and
Anything.
stuff,
So the door is closed. The gas is on the other side of the glass, so it's
I
not
have to
really
get
able
on
to
my
catch you at this point.
We
Okay.
can just take a short rest.
I would definitely say we should get some of the outfits that he had when we were going to the party.
Okay. You guys, so you
We
guys
need
gonna,
some healing.
Need a
We
new
should-
fit.
She can transform, right?
I have a disguise kit, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I would say we should send her with one of the costumes and have her
I mean, with her
disguise-
disguise kit, she can disguise any number of people.
Okay. She doesn't need a costume. Also though, any of my elves friends here, we should probably take a short rest.
Yeah, we could take a short rest
I'm
and
about
heal
that,
them
so.
when we wake up.
Okay, so you guys want to take a short rest here?
I want to go back to the room with bread and
Oh, the bread room. Okay.
have the
I'll go with
orphans
her.
protect us because they like us a little bit. Well,
We can
you
hide
guys,
behind
not
the
me, but
boxes or something.
With some time, you guys kind of traverse your way back to the orphan room, looking a little bit worse for wear, and the orphans kind of scatter as soon as you guys enter the room again, and you're like.
Hey, sucks again.
Where's the guard? Callum kind of
some of the
comes
bread
back
I
out.
gave
He's like, Callum comes back out. His hair is even frizzier than last time. Who's playing the piano?
Okay, Callum, I'll give you 2 more gold for some of the bread for all of us.
What's the bread? Sure.
Alright, let's go.
Gives you guys some bread.
Bacon
You guys
Yeah.
sit down for an hour to kind of collect yourself. Everyone who's sitting down, you can roll your hit dice at this point. You have 3 hit dice since you're level 3. So the dice that you guys use to roll your hit points, you can roll 3 of those and add that in hit points if you wish.
Come on, tens.
Oh, and you can also add your constitution to each dice.
So it would be this one, right? With the,
You
So whatever your
roll
constitution is, add it.
oh, 1d8 with so you roll 3.
Which did?
Your hit dice.
Wait, my
That's
constitution
1d6.
For you guys, yeah.
10% full. Mine D4.
plus
No, yours is a
3.
D8 as well. It's the one that's up here.
You said
You can roll 3 of those.
3
So
times?
What's that?
3 times.
3 times.
add
and
Three
add that
times.
together.
Yep. And then also add your constitution bonus to every dice.
To every dice.
Yep. So you'll add it times 3.
Okay, I'm a little so which character am I on? This one? 1d8.
Oh yeah, we're not that in
Yeah, I
the
think
thing.
you're rolling the D8 for the rogue.
Which one's that one?
That's that one, the little pyramid, the double pyramid. Yep.
Okay.
We're
And
back.
then roll it 3 times?
You can roll it 3 times and add your constitution.
And then 19.
Back up to 20.
Yeah, and then 19.
I feel a little accomplished that your guys' first official rest is actually like combat rest versus
Oh, no, I
nighttime
only
rest is like
got 9 off.
3 games in.
To
That's
add
good.
on.
Oh, it's right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it,
Not,
plus
yeah.
constitution.
I
So
slept.
20
Yeah, so what's your con?
Two or I gained
Plus 2, so
So I
add
rolled it
that.
3 times, add them all
20.
together, and then add
So if you're full, you
Add
you can't go
constitution for
over that.
every roll.
That's your max.
Oh, so it would just be
So just
plus-
how much
so like
did
we
you
still have
get?
the bonus.
When
in
you,
all
when you
3
roll
of
your
the rolls?
D4,
So that would be
you roll 1
done.
plus your
What's your
con.
constitution?
She dropped her
Plus 1, so that'd be 2.
So plus 3.
Now that we're out
4
of it,
plus 1, so
Yeah.
plus 1.
So plus 18 to
So that'd be
this.
8, 8, and then 5 all
Yep.
together.
So oh, so you're just full. So 22.
There's like
21 points, yeah.
I'm gonna
21
end
points
up
of
getting
healing as you're
Yeah.
resting,
Yeah.
kind of recovering, patching your
So you're
wounds.
full.
I couldn't do
You're,
it.
kind of, you're elemental now.
Can
You're
I-
elemental.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I do like another medicine roll?
So you
Oh,
put
sure.
like
To
2 more
try and
games.
heal myself.
Sure, go ahead and roll a medicine check for me.
DC
DC
13.
13.
My mic's working. That guy that popped up in front of me in the last match, I was like,
Am I supposed to?
Yeah.
okay, I didn't even hear anything, so I was
So,
like, whatever. I'm just
You
gonna
get
take
1
it.
hit point.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
Yeah, because you can jump.
Oh,
You can jump.
21 plus
So that's
5.
11
the first
points
game?
away
Yeah,
from
I
full
did jump.
health.
that's
Oh, it didn't.
I'm like, you're full health.
All the way to the very end.
We got like, what did you do?
There might have been one
Right
in
now.
the.
That was,
you were like,
that was
oh,
fast.
Oh, maybe.
Because yeah, because you
Okay,
went
so
all the way
let's
to
see
the
what
end
you
and
That
then
is
like didn't
And
jump.
I know I jumped close to the end and then went.
So you got 24 total.
Back to
Is
Oh,
your-
I don't know, you get all your
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
This is the first 24.
I think it was.
Mine is
You
five
love
and
my
20.
puns. Get out of here.
She's like, I'm dicey.
It was
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I hate you.
we'll see the next one.
That was good.
He's gonna try.
How much did you get your hit points back?
Yeah, they're full.
A lot of the kids, as you guys are resting and just kind of generally like patching yourselves up, or just like looking over boxes at you, just like you know, how kids just watch people all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, they're just kind of watching you guys for an hour. They don't blink.
They're fucking looking around trying to sleep.
Alright, guys. I think we got a party to crash.
You think it's still going? Well, yeah, pretty
Better
better
be.
last
I mean, I don't think we were in there that long.
a minute.
Wait, so if he's going there as Roger, where's
No,
Roger?
he changed his eyes to some blue-eyed person.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that. There's only well, I mean, you might have noticed his eyes change blue, but
I don't know who, but I know his eyes changed blue.
yeah.
It
Who
looks
do you guys-
familiar to
Man?
someone though.
Yeah, it looked
One-eyed
familiar to
Jim?
those to me.
One-eyed Jim.
No,
That guy, he's the big bad of this whole entire campaign.
who do you guys know that had blue eyes?
You guys chilling there, just
Was it the Marie of the ship or something?
No.
Blue eyes.
I just remember her right there.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get up.
Sounds crazy.
I'm gonna get up. Thanks, orphan guys. I'm gonna start walking back towards the
That's offensive.
Orphan guys.
orphan guys, aren't you?
Not orphan, they're homeless.
I snarl like an orphan.
Whatever.
Walking back. I assert dominance here. Stay top dog.
I just like, meh, and then just start walking down the
You
hallway.
seek refuge, my sanctuary, and the other monks here. Some shit like that.
I'm gonna ask the kids if they've heard anything about a party going on, since we don't actually know where it is.
Callum kind of like scoots. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Slower speeds there. Turn back into a bit.
6.
Wait. Can I roll it? I'm not sure what I just did.
Sure.
No, I'm sure it was 7.
Okay.
So 6.
Callum kind of squints his eyes, turns back to one of the kids like, "Hey," and he kind of almost, it's weird, only you understand this language. He sort of speaks, so he speaks in Thieves' Cant. Thieves' Cant is an interesting language. It's not actually a language. He kind of turns, he's like, "I," like, and he kind of taps his knee 2 times and says, "Are the cakes on the windowsill? The birds, they're flying overhead every day. The mist in the morning, dew on the grass, yeah." And the other one's kind of talking back in a similar fashion, like these sort of weird, and you totally understand this to be,
It's like slang.
yeah, it's almost like a slang hobo language, sort of. And you understand this sort of to kind of resemble, it's quick. Thieves' Cant is always direct to the point. He essentially says, "You seen anything outside lately?" And the kid responds back in Thieves' Cant, and Callum kind of looks at you like, "Yeah, there's a flyer that they put up not too long ago."
Do you have a copy of the flyer?
No.
Did you read the flyer?
Yeah, the flyer was inviting everyone to a party at 8 or something like that.
Where was it?
Everywhere.
The party's everywhere?
No, the party was at Roger Fenry's mansion.
And where's that?
We know where it
It's
is.
up there.
Can't we follow the tunnel to the...
My city secrets,
Yeah.
right? I know the.
It was
sewers
blocked
well
off
enough
by
to
the-
get there.
Yeah, you would be able
Oh,
to
that
get
was
there.
that tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You've been there. You walked into his manor, and that's where you got beat over the head by the maroon colored giants. Yeah. You know exactly what he's talking about.
Alright.
Can I go up to Juniper and ask her what he meant by, or she would know those blue cold eyes? The cold blue eyes?
Well, you
Or would I not have seen that?
so you would have seen the blue eyes. Roll an insight, a preemptive insight check.
Dang it.
Roll a wisdom saving
You don't
throw.
see shit.
Or deception, depending on how you choose.
Deception. Logic.
16.
16? And what you roll?
9.
Nah, you wouldn't know. You just saw the blue eyes just like everyone else. Just like yep. She kept a poker face going on. You guys are arrested. Callum has informed you about this. Yeah, it's a bit weird. We didn't. The orphans didn't want. It said it was invited everybody. Like in the city, it was posted everywhere.
Oh, boy.
But we chose. We think that's probably not a good idea. You know, it's weird. Nobles aren't generous.
Flies.
Yeah. You guys leaving now? Goodbye.
Yep.
I think we should eat some
A lot of
food.
kids are still like, you know, like just watching. It's like,
So I snatched 2 loaves of bread and started walking.
sorry.
They have
For
little
the
nuggets somewhere.
homeless kids.
Okay, fine. Thanks for your help. I give him a gold.
Gotta fight for your right to live.
Hey, you know all about that. You're a rogue, urchin rogue.
My burlap sack.
All right, so you guys eventually make your way back, kind of fighting against that steam water that's sort of coming through every now and then. But you do eventually make it back to the sort of the makeshift office below the trapdoor in the house. You guys gonna want to make your way up in the trapdoor?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No.
I
You
am.
have to.
I am.
There's no other
Climbing
way
up
to
there.
get back
There's no other way to get up.
I'll go first.
For real, that's.
You
We already
climb up,
defeated everything.
climb up and push the door
But
open.
now they're expecting us to go that over.
And I think we would have survived though.
True.
True.
He winked at me.
You're right. All right, let's go. You thought we were
Going
fighting.
first anyway.
Watch there be another run.
There's seven.
Anything but
They're all
nemesis.
taking turns.
anything but a
You guys walk into a room and there's 7 sleeping Rogers on the bed. You push the trapdoor open and look up, and just as you guys left it, no one's
Okay.
been here.
Alright, I hop up and I signal for them to come.
Drop a rope or something.
Yep,
Everyone
drop a
kind of
rope.
climbs up the rope, and you guys all get back up into the office where you throw down with some rugs.
So I grab a torch and light all the papers on fire.
Nice.
Alright.
I like
Okay,
it.
Roger did it.
You guys start to walk out and start to leave, and you kind of hold back, and you don't even need a torch because you've got thaumaturgy as a tiefling, so you kind of just get this like sort of pyro light
Ooh,
going on in
you're
your
like
fingers.
pulling that out of
Just
alchemist.
Start setting the desk on fire, and it smolders all the paperwork that you guys left besides what you
Yeah,
took.
I think I
Starts to
found a loophole. Like, okay, Roger's like the one that's paying us for this bounty, is he?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
you guys like, I'm trying.
No, I thought that since Roger thought he was getting money stolen from him, he was the one that hired us. But no, it's the Bounty Hunters Guild that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But it's
yeah.
only
if
us
we weren't
three.
getting paid,
Yeah, it's
what
just
is the
the
point
three.
of it?
It's only us three. I'll go
Yeah,
ahead and tell
yeah.
give
You
him for-
three are in the Bounty Hunters Guild.
I got a vendetta against that gang.
Alright, I'm just doing it out of the good morals of my heart. That's all.
This guy.
Save the orphans.
So you guys climb out and you set the room on fire, set it all ablaze, and you guys walk out. You know, cool guys, don't look at explosions. And start to walk as the house itself starts to become engulfed in flames.
Cool guys that just got beat up by fog.
Alright, so, and as you guys come out and start entering the street, you do see these signs everywhere. They're posted on every flat surface, every wall. It's a sign that is cordially inviting the citizens of Port Gibbler to attend a dinner event at Roger Fenrir's Manor at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.
What time is
Okay.
it now?
At the moment right now, it's about 6
Okay.
p.m.
I want to just start. No, I don't.
Is there a
Can
body
I-
of water?
You should.
Yep, you guys can see Loch Muriel.
Can I go hop in there? I'm sure I stink from being.
Oh sure, yeah. You guys want to walk to a dock area and kind of get in?
Yeah.
And just since I don't think either of you have been described this, the city itself, as you guys walk out into the main like thoroughfare of the city, you guys are in sort of a farmer area, and as you walk into the city itself, you have these almost like Babylon-style hanging gardens from these sort of sand pillars. The wall itself is made out of the sandstone that surrounds the city. All of the buildings within are like these various leveled, like sort of like Aztecan sand huts. Sort of, you got this just like mudstone kind of going on everywhere, with these sort of like desert wood sticks that kind of pop through and keep the structure going. And the loch itself, Loch Muriel, is this jade green water that kind of stretches out as far as the eye can see. And floating above the lake, the loch, is this giant island with almost this like Emerald City, these almost like Emerald City like towers, you know, from Wizard of Oz, except they're glowing gold and they're hard to look at as they shine from the sun. And there's these vines hanging down from the island, and these giant eldritch golden chains sort of hold the island afloat where it is. That's what you're seeing as you kind of walk into the city, and it's a pretty impressive sight no matter how many times you see it.
For an elf, what's a short rest? If our full rest is 4 hours.
It's still an hour, yeah.
It's still enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Just kind of hour, just chilling, patching wounds, not doing too much. Yeah.
Because theirs is 8 hours, right? 4 hours for a short rest.
Nope. Everyone's short rest is an hour.
Oh,
Your guys' is anyone who's not an elf has to spend 8 hours sleeping, whereas you guys only have to spend 4 hours meditating.
Nice.
I'm gonna cannonball into the water to get all that gunk I used to disguise myself.
You guys
as
kind of
a
walk
shadow.
off to some dock area, start swimming and getting the gunk from the sewer off of you. Spend a little bit of time doing that. It's only about 10 minutes though to kind of wade in. The water is nice and warm.
We're still by like the farms and stuff.
I would have at this point, just to describe the city, you guys kind of walk through back into the city unless you didn't want to.
I just wanted to see if there's like clotheslines or something to where I could like get something to kind of like
cover yourself.
disguise
Okay.
I can
myself.
disguise everybody.
Can you?
I got disguise kit.
Yeah, she got this guy. She's good at that
Oh.
stuff.
I'm the ultimate cosplayer.
She can give you
Love
a
it.
solid contour. You know?
Okay, well,
You gotta
first
be
things
clean
first, I
first.
think. Yeah, I think you should disguise us.
You guys gonna find a more secluded space to kind of change your looks, or are you gonna try and do it out in the open?
Yeah, maybe like under the dock. Right?
Okay. So you're like gonna get under the dock on the land, sort of, and kind of hunch down and start. You guys each take your turn. It takes a little while to get everyone looking different than how they normally look.
You change your cat.
Look, she's working her magic.
I'm freaking
I-
out of
Well,
bed.
they're all
Ooh,
doing that. Can I
wait.
climb a tree and just do my short rest?
We did the.
Or we did
that
it
though.
already?
Yeah, I did it in the kids.
Oh,
Little
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't do
you're
it.
fit for an hour.
Make me look like a goblin.
Okay, yeah, I'm a goblin, so you're a goblin now.
All right, what does everyone want to be? Because she's able to do it pretty much.
I'm
I
gonna be a
wanna look
brown
like
bear.
You wanna be a bear again?
You want to be a bear? You get like kid face paint. Like a bear. I'm a bear.
I wanna be Spider-Man.
I got you.
So you want to look like kind of a common folk of the city,
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of?
blending. I'm
Okay.
mingling with the crowd. You know?
I wanna look
Well,
like
actually, no, I take that back. I want to be upper class.
You want
Okay,
Like a
okay.
nobleman?
Yeah, you wrap some silks around. You have some fabrics from your
Maybe tricks
from your
you.
disguising kit and surprise, surprise, motherfucker. You get yourself like wrapped in your normal sash. As like she kind of wraps this like other silken fabric through it, and
Oh yeah.
like I don't know, like sort of make up your other Zuko eye and kind of does this cool look. And you look pretty high class.
My disguise will just be regular servant. I don't stand out
Okay,
too
okay.
much. Just stay.
All right.
High class again.
High class, right? And
Yeah.
it's not too hard. You're already wearing like a robe, a mage's robe, so you just have to clean it off
Just
and
be
then
yourself.
kinda-
Touch-ups.
And it's not too
Yeah.
uncommon to see a high class high elf.
Mm.
Makes sense. And you want to be a bear?
No, I want to look like Juniper.
Oh, so you want to? Okay.
Cat becomes a goblin.
That'd be
And you
interesting.
become
You
a
could be
cat?
like bait.
So you look like
Yeah.
the Grinch Juniper, like a Grinch version of Juniper. Like you got the face underneath, but it's there.
As long as it looks pretty close.
Hey, look, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Below.
Looks pretty convincing. From close up, under scrutiny, it'd be difficult. But like if you're in the middle of a party, maybe.
Or like if it's
I'm just like,
turns
That's
back,
not what I
his back
really
is
look
turned.
like.
Start flicking the whiskers. No wonder you wanted to touch the fur. Alright, what did you want to be disguised as?
Just like try and look like a human.
Okay.
Maybe put on a hat to have the ears.
Okay, cover your
Just
ears.
like common folk.
Okay, alright. So you guys are, with the help of Ren, properly looking like kind of just a group of people that it is not you. So you got that going for
We're
you.
still a strange
Let's
group of
see
people.
what we
I'm just chilling with the goblin now.
Alright. What would you guys like to do?
Did we get spell slots back from?
Not from a short rest, unless you're a wizard.
It's like what,
do we get from
6:30,
for-
7
I thought we
o'clock?
got more.
What's that?
How much time do we have to the party?
At this point, it's about 6:30, so you have about an hour and a half.
We should rest for maybe.
We did.
I think we're all full health. though.
I'm not.
Well, I'm not full health.
So what you guys get back on the
The
short
party's
rest
still
rest, we'll
eight.
is you guys get your B shape back, as
Okay.
well as you get your spirit totem back.
Okay.
Do I get my
I'm
key
good.
back?
B-shape. Let's
I
go.
think you do. I think so.
You got your B shape now?
Would that make sense? Right? I don't know.
Let the folk shape.
Let's see real quick.
What did you say?
Oh wait, no. Can't
I
say.
spent my key points, so I can't. The only attacks I have is like with my fist and with my size.
It kind of like enlarges your
How long
size.
do you guys usually go for?
And it like doubles your strength if you're
Time.
So you can like other people or just yourself?
well, the creatures. If they're unwilling, then you should give like a constitution
For the
throw.
gods.
It's still enlargement.
I'm saying this
is a
is
giant
good.
spider.
We're
Yeah,
really
it's,
busting all that party.
Probably fine.
Oh, fight 3 monsters.
Yeah, so you get them all back on a short rest.
Hey, I want a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
Alright, so three key points for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
good with
so
the
you-
beast.
I'm feeling pretty confident with our disguises.
Yep.
I'm feeling like I'm gonna die since I'm doing the
Oh, that's right.
Before she realized.
I'll add a little bell.
Hey, I do have bells.
Okay, so everyone's
Oh,
going
I
to the party
love
except you.
I'm the
What
bait.
time
I
is it
have to
now?
go to the
If
At this
party.
point, you
But
guys
the
have
first
about an
thing
hour
you
and a half
crash
to
is
go
when
to
you
get to
walk
the
in.
party.
I want to eat some
But
food.
we're all
Okay.
disguised. They want
You guys want to stop out at somewhere to eat before the party?
Tavern.
Tavern?
Have some beer.
Go into Beaumont's?
I
We're
think.
gonna have
Oh
a-
yeah, I wanna
Beaumont.
go back to that bar with Crazy Jim.
Okay.
One-eyed
So you
Jim.
guys kind of step back outside the city for a little bit into the farmer area, and you go to Beaumont's, and you see the copper dragon behind the counter, the copper dragonborn behind the counter.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
can talk to it too now.
hey, welcome to Beaumont's. Welcome in. Come sit down. Oh yeah, my boy. I remember you. He starts speaking Draconic to you. It's just like, oh,
Thanks for the help, man.
yeah, no problem.
Can I have a shot for the nerves?
You want? You look really young. Weird kitty cat. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, he wants some a nice tall glass of milk.
I want to whisper to Gooby, stay away from One-Eyed Jim. He likes to touch fur.
So you hear this, like,
I'm kind
breath
of
on
liking
your
it
back
too.
of your neck.
Oh my god.
No, there is a guy that's got one eye, and he's kind of like throwing darts across him. He hasn't moved from his spot. He throws darts all day long. It's like his aim is getting worse.
Hey, you going to that party?
To
You heard about that party?
alright, you
Check
check it.
to the bar.
Oh, to Beaumont's?
Yeah, Beaumont.
I got work to do. I'm on the clock all night long.
Well, that should be a slow night, man. I
That's
heard
true.
everybody's invited, man. Just try to get the night up.
I suppose I could close it. Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
So you can get Beaumont to leave his post as a farm barman.
19.
Hey,
Wow.
good. You know what? Actually, everyone, we're closing down in 5 minutes. Maybe not 5, maybe 30. Okay,
Right,
you finish up your
30, yeah.
drinks, and I'll join these nice folk to the building out there.
Then pre-game at Beaumont.
Yeah.
So I have 2 pints of beer.
You want to buy some beer from him?
Yeah.
He slides it across the counter to you, and you guys take a start drinking.
Oh, jeez. Is there anybody else in the bar?
Roll a
I'm
perception
gonna turn
check.
into a giant spider and then make me
So I
fucking
forget.
big.
That's like the idea when you get one of these in the each
10.
shape, right?
I get 2, so I can turn into 2 beasts.
High or low?
That's like
Well.
spider bear. I was gonna use it when you were a bear, but then like switch back.
There's a giant bear.
You
Giant bear.
kind of look around.
Like it wouldn't even matter from space.
Back in, you're kind of looking, like, kind of just panning over the room. You see Crazy Jim, One-Eyed Jim, and then you see this, like, for just a moment, you see at this back table, sort of, there's like a kind of 2 people like talking, but one of them looks to be looking over at you with these like piercing blue eyes. But then as you look back, his double take, that it's not there.
Like the person isn't there?
Well, the people are there, but they're still just kind of
The blue eyes.
talking
right
like
there.
normal, like you didn't, like they weren't actually looking at you.
You're getting paranoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
You're not
still
sure if it's a
confident.
mental thing or.
So I want to walk over to them.
to walk over them.
Yep. And
Hold up.
I want to ask if I can sit down comfortably.
Roll a persuasion check.
Where's that shop? It's his party.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
15.
15. Sure. Yeah. Fine.
Okay.
What's up? How's it going?
Alright, so I sit down with them and I ask them if they heard about the party,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I want to ask them if they know what it's for.
I mean, I don't know.
It seems kind of weird to be having a party
I suppose, yeah,
with
yeah.
everybody
I think
invited.
it's a little weird. I don't know. I don't know what those nobles get into.
You guys aren't going?
No, I'm not going.
What about the other guy?
Hey, you know, like he talks like really loud, and there's like this older man, kind of a scraggly beard, like looking. Yeah. It's like, you know that party? And he's talking really loud. This guy can't hear a single bit. He's like, nah, fuck that. I got sleep to do.
I can't sleep.
Can I look around and see if I see any raven tattoos or anything?
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check. Roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Some things are probably covered.
Ooh, I want to ask them if they've seen Nancy. You guys seen Nancy at all?
Who?
Nancy, you know, you went to the house over there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
The perception?
Yeah.
So, 15.
As you look around, you see 2 raven tattoos.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to go talk to the people that
Okay.
agree with tattoos.
What were you saying? No worries.
I want to tell them, well, according to one-eyed Jim over there, Nancy used to be pretty common around these areas.
Oh. I wouldn't know.
You guys know anything about the farm with all the workers who have raven tattoos?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do they do at that farm?
They farm.
Like what?
They farm cotton.
Cotton.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are there many workers there?
That is a fair bit. It's good money, too. A lot of people want those tattoos.
Why?
Well, because it's good money.
Just to have the tattoo?
Well, no,
Like
to
branded?
work on the farm.
Oh.
Yeah, they pay well. High rollers.
Can I talk to the barkeeper again?
Sure, yeah.
I want to ask him if he's seen Nancy. Have you seen Nancy come right here since I left?
Oh, no. He hasn't been around for about a week.
Oh, jeez. He must be doing a bunch of work at that farm there, huh?
I suppose, yeah. Making money.
Yeah.
Getting paid, yep.
You know, if all the farmers at that farm get raven tattoos?
Yeah, it's part of working there.
Every single one of them?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little bit of a membership, so.
Word.
Ooh, I want to
Are
ask
the-
these 2 guys. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If they've ever seen people like me, goblins, around these areas.
Goblins don't spend too much time around here, no.
But they have come through here.
Every now and then, yeah. They usually wear a bit fancier clothes than this, but.
Oh.
Shots at you because you disguised me.
I asked you what you wanted.
Fair
I'm not
enough.
why you don't have a fashion sense.
Damn.
Come on, my disguise kit like that.
Okay.
See if you're ever gonna disguise.
Alright, I want to thank them and then get out.
You wanted to talk with.
Are they together? Or are they?
No, they're separated.
Okay, I'll tell somebody that, that I saw 2 people with raven tattoos, so I can talk to one and maybe you can talk to the other.
Or you can talk to me.
I just want to ask if they've seen Nancy. Or,
Who?
Nancy.
Oh, yeah. No, he hasn't been around for about a week. Yeah.
No. And then I want to ask if they're going to the party or if they know anything about it.
Oh, no. I know what you know, right? You see the signs too?
Okay. My people skills are no bueno.
I'm glad I didn't get that one out of punch.
You so rude, bitch.
I want 3 points on Gucci right now.
I guess I'll ask him the same questions. And
The other one?
Mhm.
Alright. This one is actually interesting. He's he's sitting at a sort of a table hunched over. He's got a large shell. You're approaching a turtle. A turtle is a tortoise person. His neck kind of hangs low, like his shell kind of comes up. He's got these like little trinkets kind of hanging down from his shell, and a little net that kind of sits on top. And on his longer neck, he's got this raven tattoo up the side.
Have you seen Nancy? I hear he has the same raven tattoo you do.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he been around?
Not for about a week, no.
Week. Alright. Oops. What kind of company lets or farm lets one of their workers be away for a week? Is that normal?
Well, Auntie does what he wants.
And that's
Yeah.
Is he the one that runs the farm?
Well, no, he just seems to be real friendly with the owner.
Real friendly with the owner. Who's the owner?
The owner is, I don't know his name. Sure, I do know his name. What is the name? The owner is Sherman.
Sherman?
Yeah.
Is Sherman going to this party?
Beats me.
And how easy is it to get in this farm work? To get this ring
A little persuasion check.
17.
17?
Plus 4, so 21.
You kind of squints his eyes for a second. You sure do ask a lot of questions, boy.
I need to know a lot.
Look, if you want to be part of the farm, you talk to Sherman. Don't talk to me.
Okay, where can I find Sherman right now?
Oh, back down by the farm, where he lives.
Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys
Call
ask
me
a lot
boy.
about this antsy person. Why don't we just go to his house?
You
That's
burned
what
it
we did.
down!
He wasn't there, so y'all would have
But,
said details sooner. Just saying.
I was gonna diss turtle man since he called me boy. I was gonna say
You diss
call me
him?
boy. Yeah, call me boy again. I'm gonna show you what a man is.
Oh.
You're coming on me? Oh, I don't see it that way, no,
So I buy
Walk
Turtle
away
Man a
weirded
pint.
out. Like,
Look, man, I'm a turtle, not a human. I got other kinds of holes. do turtles have cloacas? I don't know. I don't know.
Turtle's quick on his wits.
Turtles are pretty wise generally.
Never heard it.
Yeah, you learned a lesson here today. Don't touch your dice before the game, and don't talk back to a turtle.
You thought he could get under your shell.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Okay.
Did you
Stress
find
you
out
out.
anything? Talking to the dragon guy?
Yeah, he's gonna be at the party with us.
Beaumont at this point is cleaning up some last round. Come on.
Okay.
Why am I using turtle voice? I like the turtle.
Did you guys find out anything?
Yes, Sherman is actually really close with Nancy, and Sherman is the owner of the farm. Could be we have more than one shapeshifter.
Wearing Dinley's flat.
And I burned someone's house down.
Started off right, yeah.
Should we go visit this Sherman guy before we head to the party?
How much time do we have?
At this point, you have about maybe 45 minutes.
How far away is the?
It'll take you
Right
about
down the
about 15-20 minutes to walk to.
To the farm, and then what
How
about
much
after
time to
that
get back
go?
to Roger's house?
So you guys, if you went to the farm, you might have about 5 minutes.
But do
If you
we have
want.
to show? Can we show up fashionably late?
What's that? Sure, you could. Yeah. You definitely
Or
could.
should we scope out the place?
I was
first?
gonna say I kind of want to get there before people get there, so then we can kind of see who's coming and like
That'd be
kind of
decent.
kind of.
Sherman
stuff.
might be at the party.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. I say
We
head to this,
should see. It's one of us or two of us should go to Sherman's house, and one of us can interrogate him, while the other one just kind of hangs back.
How do we know he hasn't left for the party already? Sounds like it might take a while to get there.
We
You
could
know
go
if he's
investigate
gone
his
there?
house if he has left.
Sure.
What are you gonna
Should we split up?
I'm gonna go to
I
the
think
party.
we should. I'm gonna go to Sherman's.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sherman's. The
Go to the
farm.
party.
do? All right. So you two go to the party. Where you go?
Shit, we only need 2 people, right? I guess I'll go to the party.
Okay. Then you're going to the party or Sherman?
I will go to Sherman's.
Okay, so you got 3 going.
No, I'll go to the party.
Alright, 4 going to the party, 2 going to
Before we
Shirts.
split up though, could you try and get one of your animal friends in case we need to tell them to go
I'll
leave?
look around.
Okay, you kind of look at. You do see like a little field mouse like scampering across the road momentarily.
Okay. Hey, you over there?
What?
Could you go
Wait,
with
what?
my friends and come run into me at the party?
If we get in trouble.
There's any trouble?
You got food?
I sure do.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Comes up to you, is looking for food.
Just give him a little piece of bread.
You get the rest of it.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
Feed you through the whole life.
I'll give you this cheese.
14 minus 1. It's an animal, so maybe. I don't know.
What's it?
Because it's an animal rather than a human, because my.
So it doesn't give you like advantage on trying to talk to them. It just allows you to talk to them.
Okay.
Constantly. Yeah. So you can in the book it says you can certainly try and negotiate with food.
Okay.
It kind of like takes the bread. It's like little rat hands. What do you want? What? What am I doing for this food?
You're gonna go with my friends to make sure everything's okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
You like with the farm friends? Okay.
Yeah.
He like runs right up your pant leg.
Oh my god, what
You
the
feel him rattling, chilling inside there somewhere.
Alrighty then. So I'll take one for the team.
It sounded like you wanted someone to get in your
I know I'm a cat, but all these animals are so good to me.
Alright, so you guys split up, and we'll start with you two.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys kind of walk in that direction where they've been pointing at this farm this entire time, and you do eventually come across sort of like a. I don't know if you've ever been out to like the farm country where you got the sort of the ranch with the ranch symbol,
Mhm.
and you do see a raven ranch symbol.
Yeah, I wanna. Ooh. Okay. So, which one of us is gonna interrogate, and which one of us is gonna hang back?
Interrogator?
Good
What do you
cop,
mean
man.
interrogator?
Like, if asking questions about Nancy, if he is home.
Both of us?
Well, I think one of us should hang back in case the other one doesn't get any answers, and if he does leave, we can follow.
Okay, fair enough. I'll be outside hiding behind hay or something.
Cool. I'll go interrogate
You walk
so-
up. So you kind of push aside the ranch farm there, the farm gate, and sort of walk up to this really nice farmhouse. It's well made, well crafted. It's actually crafted out of wood instead of the normal mudstone that you got going on in the rest of the city. And you do, when you come up to the door, you approach a sign that says Sherman is out for the day.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and get him.
Okay.
And I want to ask him, do you want to go inside the house and see what we find? He is not here anymore.
Yeah, let's go.
Careful for any enchanted purpose.
You're not here. Talk to me.
He feels bad that he got shown up by a turtle. He's gonna take it out on someone. Alright, so you guys are gonna try and break in and enter.
Break in.
Alright.
Is there a front door and a back door or something like that?
I'll go scope out the back if you want to go straight in. And then if there's in the back door, I'll just come straight back in.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to open up the front door.
Alright, you squeeze the doorknob and twist it. Door opens. Not locked.
Is there a back door?
There is, yeah. There's a back door.
I want to try and open the
You
back
open
door.
that and it opens. You guys actually are facing each other in this sort of long middle hallway.
You're just like,
It's well made on the inside as well. Not like Roger's mansion or anything, but it's a nice house. You guys see each other, and as you guys look around, it seems to be a well-lived home. Yeah, there's some cots, and as you pass one room, there's 3 or 4 guys just sleeping. Farm guys also have their tattoos on.
Yeah. Do we tell if there's any like weapons around? Like
As
That
you
aren't farming tools?
look around, there's really only like a pitchfork here and there.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna,
You still confident going in?
yeah, I'm gonna stealthily move by them.
Okay.
Or they're sleeping in one room.
Yeah, they seem to be sleeping pretty heavily. Their snoring is like really loud.
I'm
I'd,
gonna signal him. Let's go.
I'd stealthily check the other rooms, and we could check the room where they're sleeping in last.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll investigation check both of you.
18 plus 1. 19.
15. You guys do a pretty good job. Thorough sweep of the house as you guys look through. Any more notable things that you find is you do find a sort of like a mantle painting of Sherman. He looks to be he's got an eye patch over one eye. And he's looks like he's well-muscled farm guy, you know, just been doing this his whole life kind of thing, and he's just kind of posing in this picture, and it's been painted really well.
Isn't that like the same guy throwing darts?
No. No, his son.
One-eyed.
Not one-eyed Jim, no, definitely not.
Thank goodness he won't want to pet me.
What's that?
He's not gonna want to pet me.
Well, you never know. As you guys continue to look through, there's not a lot of, there's some food that you guys can take.
I'm not gonna steal.
Leave a trace.
Okay. But yeah, as you guys get a look through, it looks like just, as far as what you can see in this area, it's honest business.
Is there any houses or sheds outside that we can look in?
back.
There is a shed out on that other edge of the field.
I'm gonna go there.
I was gonna say I would make my way there with you.
You guys walk in. You guys walk up to the shed, and are you stealthing or not stealthing?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
19 plus 20.
20, and then
6.
6. Okay.
Oh,
You're
snap.
crunching on all the twigs. You're like softly pushing corn out of your way, and then it like swacks back in its face. Like, oh, shit. And you guys do make your way into this, and you kind of creak the door open a little bit and look in. And inside is just a bunch of tools. So there's a couple crates, but just a bunch of tools kind of lined up against the wall.
Can I look inside the crates?
Sure. You go in and kind of peek open the crate, and inside the crate is somewhere in the realm of 50 to 60 pounds of gold bars.
I don't know if I want to take it.
Yeah, no. Gold bars are pretty heavy too.
Do you think this could be where the glass came from? Someone had to pay for the glass.
Yeah, and they probably made it because there's only a few people in this vicinity that would have the tools, craftsmanship.
Questions.
We gotta leave this because this is evidence. Well, we can't. What are we gonna do? Haul off? Tons of we can't. We don't really have much of a choice. Right? Unless you want to turn into like a bull or something. But then we'd be stealing all their gold.
Should we grab a couple bars and what?
Skim off the top. Skim off the top. Yeah.
Maybe we should make markings on the back of the boxes,
Sure.
in case somebody tries to change them out. And
There,
then,
as well as in this crate, there, along with the gold on one side, there is some sacks of like burlap. Not burlap, but like leather sacks as well. You gonna open those?
Yeah.
yes.
You open it. It seems to be this like gray powder. Yeah.
Do we know what that is?
You wanna taste it?
No.
I do.
You gonna taste it? Yeah. Okay, you kind of.
I'm a cat. I'm curious, right?
Roll a
Oh.
roll a. Actually, you know what? Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh shit. Alright. What is just a regular?
So roll your regular dice and then add your Constitution saving throw, which will be up at the top. It'll be your con. I don't think that you have a con as a saving throw, so I think it's just your con added to it.
I saw
Oh,
it. I had a
10 plus 2, so 12.
12. You taste it on your tongue and you start to get like really like you're watching as he tastes it and instantly his pupils dilate. He's like he sort of like is starting to like shake a little bit, just like and but like you're like you okay, bro? He's just like, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm so good. You get the sense he's just dabbed into a little bit of a drug stash of some sort. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got golden drugs.
Are there any
Golden drugs.
rugs on the floor or trap doors?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. You get there's a lot of hay everywhere. You don't find anything other than what's in this crate.
I never find
Alright, so am I like high now? Or?
Yeah, you're high. You're like,
Dang.
whoa.
Alright,
the pupils didn't make it clear.
It makes it look more cat-like though.
okay.
Big pupils.
I guess I still want to suggest let's make markings on these boxes in case we need to come back. We know that it's the same box.
When he goes to talk to you, he's like not facing you. he's like if we were talking to you, he's like talking to you. He's like.
You should probably make the markings because I don't trust myself.
That's probably because I got my handy dandy paint set with me.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll paint something.
Probably under the box or something, or behind the box.
You know, underneath it or something.
All right.
And I was gonna take one of those sacks of those narcotics.
Hey, the monastery said nothing about drugs.
If we see Roger, we could just be.
Absolutely inhale.
I think he can instantly free you.
Yeah, literally, he tastes it on a little bit on his fingertip and just like.
Is it piled up? The sacks? Piled
There's
up?
only 2 sacks.
2 sacks. Okay, never mind. That'd be kind of obvious.
Yeah, okay. We usually, I think we got 1.3.
I think so. I do want to roll an investigation on our way back to see if we see anything else in between the corners.
Okay, go ahead and roll that with disadvantage.
Wait.
Good, 13. And 9.
9.
Yeah, oh, with investigation. So 10.
10. Okay. You are like looking, you're like, okay, this is close. Whoa. The corn stalks are like. And then you see this like little horse. It's like about this big.
Is it real?
It's like, it like starts galloping alongside you. You're like, yeah. And like now there's like 5 of them. They're coming with you. They're like your best friend now.
I'm gonna be useless in the next fight.
Not sure how long it lasts. I'll decide later how long it lasts.
You didn't take that much.
I don't know, imagine if I would have been like, it smells good.
Sounds really good. You would have been in a different dimension.
We didn't check the room where the people were sleeping in yet, but you think there's nothing else in the farm?
I mean,
Roll it in either. Well, you can't really. You could roll with a disadvantage if you want, but go ahead and roll an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Look out,
At least the stealth is done.
Oh!
natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
8. So with a natural 1, you're like, man, has the sky always been this blue? Even with an 8, it's not too hard of a dot to connect. You realize now that maybe those guys sleeping in cots were like, they were sleeping real heavy.
Oh.
And they were like in a room, sort of like a communal room, sort of all together, and
That explains the tribal rug on the floor. And
yep.
Let's go in there and check it out.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Due to these drugs, I'm pretty sure they're
The,
gonna wake up.
The little horse, is like,
Fair enough.
great idea.
Okay, let's go. Let's check it out. You,
I mean,
think that they're
they're
gonna
all-
be knocked out?
They're sleeping. We could just kill them.
Oh, we don't want sure bring the drag them more to make sure that they stay
Alright.
asleep.
Let's go grab a sack.
Oh my
You know what is that? Alright, you guys make your way back. Add to your inventory
Jumping in your mouth.
one leather satchel of narcotics.
Let's
Okay.
not use it unless they wake up.
Unless they would.
And if
Okay.
they don't, we'll use it on Roger.
Yeah, just throw it in their
Okay,
face.
fair enough. Let's do that.
Pocket Alright, so you guys are heading into this room? Okay. Alright.
And they're
They're snoring.
They're snoring.
Sore. They like got drool all over their face.
Okay.
If I look like that, just
That's what you got going, buddy.
Is there anything that
Wake
like
up for the next
sticks out? Is there like where are there personal belongings in there?
Not really, no. These just seems to be like a cot room, sort of. Yeah. It's like a, I don't know, a room of cots, yeah.
Okay.
Little bunk beds.
Just beds.
Bed.
Just beds, that's it.
Like
Can I look at their
like
faces?
a bunker.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Can you look at their faces?
Yeah. Just get all up in their faces, can't see shit.
10.
Damn!
20, that's
No,
good.
it's no 10 because it's disadvantage.
Okay, so 10. You kind of look at their faces, and the more you look at their faces, their eyes start to like drip, their mouths start to like, I don't know, like it's just like their facial features start to like blend away from each
Why'd you
other.
let me taste it?
You look at him, and he's also like, he starts stringing out like a lava lamp, sort of.
Alright.
Are you sure you took those drugs for battle?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look and see.
I just wanted, I was telling them, I just wanted to look to see if we see them at the party. Obviously, it's not them.
Okay, so I need to memorize their faces as well. Let me look at their faces.
Okay, alright. So you take a little moment to just like look at them, get a good look, and their eyes aren't drifting apart for you, so it's not too hard.
Okay. Is there a way? They don't have any belongings on them at all?
Well, they've got like, you could try and pick their pockets.
Yeah,
Okay, go and roll a stealth check. Or a sleight of hand, actually. Sorry.
sleight of hand.
I'll get the powder ready.
19.
Starts to absorb into your skin. 19. Okay, one of their pockets kind of reach in and you pull out like 2 copper.
That's out of all of them?
Out of all of them, 2 copper, 3 silver, and a spoon.
Yikes.
Man's gotta eat.
It's odd because I got suspicions about this farming place, but they just look like what we could see is farmers, if not just drug dealers.
Did we check for any hidden doors or
We did.
inside the room?
Oh, not inside the farm. We did in the
Just in the shed, right?
shed.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. If you want to roll one too.
It's gonna be shit now.
Roll it. Let's see. You're looking around. You're eager to look.
9?
14.
6.
6. Okay. You kind of look around for a door and then there's a door right there. There's a door. It's like right. You didn't see it before, but now it's there. You totally you walk up and grab onto the handle, and you kind of look over, and he's up to a coat rack. He's like kind of holding onto it and like trying to twist it. Like, it's just not working for him though.
Oh, man.
But you look around and you don't see anything secret going on in this room besides just what's plainly in front of you.
Alright. We should head to the
They're
party.
His house.
At Sherman's house.
At Sherman's
Or
house.
Sherman's ranch house, whatever.
Oh, okay.
We should
Yeah,
head
we
to
should
the
head to the
party.
party.
You just take the
I'm
coat
gonna-
rack with you.
Huh?
You just take the coat rack. Coat rack.
I want to let the mouse know. Can I tell the mouse? Let.
The mouse is like literally like Tom and Jerry. You know, like, he's like Jerry's like standing up and like
He
looking
can
at you.
talk to him.
Let-
No, you can't.
I can
Oh.
I can talk to him, but I can't understand what
He's
saying.
talking back to you.
I just can't understand him,
No,
right?
you can hear him.
I can hear.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Oh, alright.
Your brother,
I want to tell the mouse, tell Eritrea that I'm gonna be on drugs, so probably be ready for a stumbling gomigo.
He's like, all right, G. He's like, okay, and then he like kind of like just like flies off. And then you look down at your hand, you got this like amazing sword. It's like a sword you've never seen before. It's like super long. It's got like pokes on the end. You're like, yeah. He's like swinging around the coat hanger and like talking to a mouse in his hand. He like throws the mouse.
Go fly, be
You guys
Should
head
head
to
to the party.
You guys head to the party?
Let's head to the party. Hopefully the mouse gets there before we do.
The mouse is like, it like
got a
hit the
broken
wall and
leg.
like fell down. Its like leg is like
Probably limping.
it gets up and walks, but it's not moving super fast. You guys kind of start walking off in that direction.
the shit I do for my friends.
Alright, so we'll go to you guys as you approach. So,
Eritrea's gonna owe me a loaf.
right, okay. You guys, as you're walking over, it's still early, technically. You guys wanted to scope out the place though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you kind of follow the pathway up past the temple that you guys saw the doom speaker on the steps get arrested, and you sort of walk through and you see like some the same clerical garb going on with some guys, with some folk with some longer beards. On the higher echelon area, you've got a lot of silks and like blouses. I don't know if that's fancy, but some almost, and also some ceremonial armor as well that you're seeing every now and then, just walking around. And you guys do eventually get to like within a good viewing distance of Roger's manor.
Is there
seems
like
to-
benches around that we can sit on?
there is some, like, there's a water fountain that's kind of off the way that's got like a communal area. There's some people around in that. And you guys kind of stop there and look and go and roll perception checks, all four of you.
Six.
19.
12.
What's that?
12.
12. Okay. The two of you, you guys approached
21.
originally, 21, nice. You guys originally approached when the Manticore was attacking and there were some guards from Roger's home. Those guards, you witnessed a lot of them dying actually, before you were taken down. And there's a new force of guards that have taken their place. There's a larger presence of them. There's a lot of them. There's at least 5 or 6 on the front gate area, and then there's a bunch walking up and down the sort of main walls doing perimeter.
I'm assuming it's like full coverage.
So what you
Their
see?
outfits.
I didn't see
Are you looking?
my perception.
I was hoping to see, like,
Decide what we saw.
Some tattoos or
And
something.
so I just saw.
Go and roll a perception check.
Cards. I didn't see anything.
Or what did I
16.
see with my 20?
So you would have seen that stuff, and especially you with the 21, you would have noticed that these are the same colored guards
Mhm.
uniform that
All from
you
one
got,
we
you got
got.
smacked over the head. Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
16.
Did you notice these for the first time? And find them eerily familiar.
Hmm.
You see these guards with maroon-colored armor and some gold gilding, and it reminds you of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an awfully lot of guards here.
I'm gonna go into the servant entrance and dress like a servant and see what I can find out.
They're off to go into the front looking fancy.
I'm going to pretend to be Brad's goblin servant.
Or the seeing eye goblin.
Huh?
Or the seeing eye goblin.
Yeah.
Seeing eye goblin, okay. That's not the meaning.
Alright.
Wait, do I have to pretend to be blind or something?
You might as well be with your strength.
It's so weak you can't see.
Your eye muscles are not like focusing. They just have such weak eye
Or
muscles.
let the brick go blind or something?
You want the drugs too?
Okay.
So I'm going to stealth into the servants group,
Okay.
like in the kitchen.
We should just go through the main door.
Just go through the main, let them know, hey, we're here for the party.
Yep.
Yeah. So you show up and you guys are about, at this point, probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes early. And the guards step out, and at this point, you've gotten a closer look. These are the guard. These are this is the same armor you've seen before.
Just me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. From an incident. in your past.
Okay.
It's the same troop of forces. You don't see any familiar faces, but you see the armor and you recognize it immediately. It's bringing back bad memories. And you they, as soon as you start to approach, they step out. Hey, hold. Where are you going?
To the party, of course.
Party's not ready yet.
Well, we're here now.
I don't care. Turn around.
We just fought the manticore the day before, or today.
You killed that? No, we killed it.
You're indecisive.
Actually, we did.
I would, the boss would say otherwise.
Who's the boss?
Roger, of course.
Roger. I think he would vote for us. We're the ones who helped him up.
Oh, you're those ones. Actually, you know what?
Wait, no, we're not.
Oh my god! Wait.
Why do I even bother with disguises?
Like, yeah, we don't know her. So,
What I actually meant to ask
Just
was,
blindly walk away.
I heard like a lot of the guards died earlier. You guys are already restaffed.
What is that?
I missed it.
You gotta say it. That was good.
What did you miss?
She said she went up to him and been like, Master doesn't know this.
I'm sorry.
You had to sock down to this like little fountain.
I was like hashed out in the golden type shit.
Just lead him away. He's like blindly.
Oh man. Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was just asking what that I heard a lot of the guards took off and wondering how quickly.
Oh yeah, we were ready to mobilize. Now, please step 10 feet back or I'll consider this an act of violence against the house.
I'm not even there.
Come back when it's 8.
Alright, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay. I follow orders. You stay with your master.
Yeah, like
Is that 5?
They didn't believe me.
So the 6, so 11.
11.
Yeah.
You find a group of servants who are kind of coming in through this other side gate and kind of attach yourself to the back swiftly, and just before you guys get to the gate, more of those guards kind of step up. Hold. We go straggler. And they all make their way to the back and loading crossbows and They kind of hold them there, pointing at you. They're like, we saw you walk on the back. You're not allowed in.
Alright, my mistake.
Just gonna roll back over.
I'll be back at 8.
It is a welcome all party. If you want to come, you can, but just don't be trying to sneak in the back.
Got it. Now I'm looking for a goblin.
Oh, that shitty one over there? The seeing eye goblin? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, just I'm a servant to the servant, so I got a little confused. Have a good day, sir.
He's like,
Just confused the fuck
And
out
I
of me.
use the
Like,
mystery of confusion to like slowly walk away.
what? Like servants have servants? What?
Somebody
Shit.
We're just blowing
This is
into the
not
air.
the servant you're looking for.
you guys kind of chill at this, reconvene at this fountain. You know, you take a deep breath after almost giving away your position. As disguised individuals.
No.
Just come back in 10 minutes.
She's
So
like,
wait for the party.
but we just killed it. So you guys are those? What? No.
Oh, yeah, totally, come on in. You guys reconvene, and soon, about 15 minutes later, just before the party starts, a crowd is amassing, sort of waiting to kind of get in, and you see generally about 60 to 80 people, and it's growing currently, and Gumiho and Libra come up, and Gumiho's like, he's got this
Did you get the mouse?
he's talking real weird, and he's got like this like coat hanger in his hand. His eyes are like really dilated. You guys never saw the mouse? It never came to you?
You killed it.
That was, I think, the best part so far. You see him fly away. You threw it.
Yeah, they walk up to you. He's carrying a coat rack, and he's got like a satchel in his hands. A
Are we
leather
talking
bag.
like full size, like just coat rack?
Like
Is that
straight
what
up
we're
like
saying?
full size coat rack.
What you got there, Gumiho?
It's a really nice sword.
Just don't ask. Let's get this over.
Yeah, step away. It's really sharp.
He's like, they're all like these incorporeal mists of people that are just like floating, like kind of dancing.
Hey, Miss just attacked me.
I don't know, if you have a bad trip here, you can let me know.
Okay, we're getting rid of this. So I attempt to take the coat rack from
Oh,
him. To
Okay.
keep him from waving it around.
Sure,
and
sure.
Being a
Are you not wanting to get the coat rack? Just gnawing on some incorporeal burritos.
I'm just eating this fake burrito.
He's like chewing on his own skin at this point.
Or is it the mouse?
Oh, I was gonna say.
He picked it back up.
Why did you
He's like, I knew I'd never let it go.
You can't eat it. Eat it. Tony's like, I can't even eat it anymore.
Oh man.
Don't choke, but
Oh, I'm pretty sure I just swallowed a rock. But yeah, I want to keep the Korak.
Oh, you want to? Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll a dexterity or acrobatics check, and go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Before they fight over this, are we like still just in the courtyard?
Yeah, you
front
guys
of
are
the
just
house?
kind of waiting for
Oh
the.
shit!
okay.
You're gonna get beat with
I
a coat
tell
rack
him-
in front of the
Master, you must move
So
away.
19
What's going on?
Uh, 8.
She didn't tell me where I was going, so my other guy, you know.
You like, so you, from your perspective, you're like, You're like really moving, really like dodging, and finally she kind of gets it, and you're like, ah man, you're just like, and he's just like just waving around something invisible.
I just chuck it into some bushes.
Okay.
Get rid of this.
Okay.
Oh man, I really choked on the rock.
Are you sure it wasn't a mouse skull?
Just inhaled it. So chewy.
Alright, so time kind of passes. You guys kind of wait. The crowd continues to amass at this point. You're seeing about 150 people show up, and soon even more, about 180. And so the bells ding, the main bells of the city kind of ding, 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 and the guards in the maroon attire begin to like open the gates, and people start to like walk in, and you guys are led through the main foyer of a mansion that you guys have been in before, and you're led back sort of in the same direction as the staircase that led down to the bathtubs that you guys took a bath in. But you guys turn instead to these large, massive oak doors. And they've got these cool insignia of like carvings on them, of like sort of telling ancient stories on them. And as they're pulled aside, you guys are kind of less like everyone's kind of like piling into this sort of glittering ballroom. The above is sort of, you see this sort of like this balcony that leads to these massive palisade doors on one side of the ballroom. The floor itself has these tables lining with like hors d'oeuvres and food, and there's people in servants' clothing kind of running around with trays and glasses of champagne and things like that. And
Am
above,
I still high?
what's that?
Am I still high?
High or low? High.
Hi.
High. Okay. Yeah. No, you're not. You're not.
Oh.
So you're coming down off of it. Things are looking a little more real to you. It'll still take you about maybe 10 more minutes to come down, but you're like, oh well, you're kind of getting a headache, and feeling a little nauseous. But there is also above this ballroom is sort of this giant dome of stained glass, like putting these sort of fractal light color patterns on the floor, and then around that is like sort of this ledge above, and the party begins, and people just start eating, talking, generally having a good time. Do you guys want to do anything specific while you are at this party?
I just want to like look around and see if there's anybody I might recognize.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
While she's doing that, I want to drown myself in water.
Okay, just
Get rid of
drink as
it.
much water. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
12.
12. Okay. You look around and you do catch a glimpse of the fiery red hair of Maria.
Oh.
Yeah. You see Maria and Zev kind of talking to some other people over on the other side of the ballroom, and they're just chilling. They've got like ceremonial armor on. They've come to the party as well.
So I want to discreetly ask them what they found in the farm.
Ask them. Sure, yeah. Go for it.
So what did you guys find? Is there anything suspicious?
Gumi Ho's just like,
These drugs you do not want to try.
Drugs? You didn't bring them with you, right?
I sure did. I said you didn't want to try.
oh, Gumio's got this. Gumio's experienced some underdark mushrooms, guys.
So slowly back away from
Yeah,
him.
I found the sword and then I lost it, so I gotta get it back. But no, other than that, we saw men sleeping with drooling faces. I don't know what they look like because I was high. And crates with a lot of gold bars and more drugs. But that is pretty much it.
Alright.
Can I go over to Maria?
Sure, yeah.
I want to ask her if she.
You tap on her shoulder, she's like, oh, hey, how you going? How's it going?
Hi! I was wondering if you know anything about where these soldiers might be from.
Oh, yeah, they're from Arcadia, I think. I don't know why they're here. That's a bit weird. But, I mean, whatever. I mean, Roger did lose his troops, I suppose. As from what I hear, I don't know too much about that. Zev's still kind of talking. He's got this, like, ceremonial golden blade on his hip. It's very nice looking. And very well made.
Who? Just
Zev, yeah.
Okay.
And then another person, sort of with long white hair, kind of like, so come here, and like takes Maria away, and she starts talking with them, and it's the party is got this very sort of like, generally like a party, like like everyone's kind of walking around talking to everyone. People are being whisked away here, whisked away there. Every now and then a butler will pass you, it's like, hors d'oeuvres, you know. And,
Oh, can I ask Libra if he recognizes everybody that was from the sleeping room?
go ahead and roll a perception check for me. 16. Okay. You look around and you don't really see anyone familiar either. As you look around, and in fact, most of you kind of have come to the realization now that Roger is nowhere to be seen. He's not anywhere in this party, as far as you know.
What about the clog guy?
Garen,
Garen.
you look around and Garen is also not at the party.
How many people with like blue eyes?
There are some people with blue eyes, but no one with like the same piercing blue eyes that you saw when he turned around and looked back at you guys.
So I want to ask the most worn out looking servant if they know anything about why there's a party. Or why they're...
Some guy passing with hors d'oeuvres, this like dark under circle, under bags.
Just the one that looks like they take the most shit. Yeah.
Okay, alright. It's like hors d'oeuvres. Do you want some?
Actually, I was wondering if you could tell me what this party's about, or why we're...
So it's an announcement.
Announcement?
Yes, from Master Fenrir. He has an announcement to make.
Do you know what that is?
Well, I'll wait for him to tell you guys. He'll tell you guys eventually.
Can I go? Or sorry.
I want to slip away from Brent's side and kind of sneak towards the hot spring area.
So that would be down a long flight of stairs.
Can I still go?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Said you're on your own.
I'm a goblin. Just goblin.
Go ahead and roll a stealth. Are you trying to stealth?
Fall down the flight of
No,
stairs.
I'll just...
That's why I got my staff with my own.
Okay, so you would have to go out into the hallway. You have to leave the ballroom, and the minute you try to leave the ballroom, start walking down the hallway, the same room guards are like, don't explore the house. Back in the ballroom with you.
How many guards are there?
In the ballroom,
And outside in the hallway?
in the hallway, there is, last time you checked, somewhere in the realm of 7. And then in the ballroom itself, there's one at every major pillar.
Are they blocking all the exits?
We could take them.
Yeah, so in total you count probably about 18 to 20 that you can see visibly.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to Tony and see ask him for like pouch full of his. He has the pouch of powder.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, here, I've got a whole pouch. Let's fill this up.
We'll go if you say fill this pouch.
Pretty much get like a share of it.
Okay.
I'll give you a
Send me
peanut
it.
as well.
How much you give it?
I'll give him
We'll say, just so you know,
Give
you
him
have
an
probably
8.
about 5 pounds.
5. Oh, okay.
When I
Hey,
say
we'll
generous,
say- we'll
No,
say-
you
powder?
took with a little like
Yeah, you know, a solid bag going on.
If I
You walked into a party with it, bro.
Hey, if I give you all
You could probably make a
some,
profit
we
here.
could take out at least 6 guards without even trying.
Why? We're gonna be rolling disadvantage.
Hmm?
We're gonna be rolling
No,
disadvantage.
no, no.
Oh, give them to the
to the
guards?
guards.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially the guards in the hallway, then we only have to kill one.
I'll get a pass for that.
But no, yeah, I do want to share some. Bradley came up to me.
Okay.
I'll give him 6, 7.
She doesn't
Like
want
a
any
little.
though, so she's
Oh, she
good.
doesn't want any. Okay. So I'll give him a pound then.
Okay, let's do a pound. Alright. You're generous. Okay. Alright, so you guys distribute your drugs. And,
Party time.
the party goes on for, about an hour. People are just kind of talking, and you guys sort of mingle in, sort of maybe meeting some newer people.
Can I like walk around and kind of eavesdrop on people?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ooh, 19.
Okay. I'd say generally the air, there's mainly high class folk. A lot of lower class wouldn't have gone just because like why are they inviting everyone? That's weird. But there are some lower class people who are like from the generally like the more citizen type people. You're just hearing like, oh yeah, free food, bro. Like, or yeah, man, you know, like, this is great. It's the first time I've ever been in a house this big, you know, that kind of thing. Whereas the high class are like, this is very weird. It's, you know, like kind of whispers of like it's not like Roger to throw a party like this is pretty weird. Things like that. You're kind of catching hints of as you pass through. And nearing about 9 o'clock, or 9:30 or so, you guys do see Garen kind of walk out on the balcony area that's like sort of above the ballroom from the palisade doors, and he is like, he kind of calls out to everyone, "Attention, everyone! Master Fenrir would like to give an announcement, and whoever's looking really intensely, go ahead and roll a perception check for me."
What are we rolling?
Perception, just looking at Garen himself.
21.
3.
So 5. Not good.
17.
Okay.
14.
8.
40. I'd say with 17, you're most likely to notice that Garen has like from up on the balcony, you can kind of tell that he has like makeup on. Like, and just around, like, sort of underneath his chin, maybe where a spot where you might forget, you see, like, the edges of, like, some nasty grooves under his chin. But, like, the rest of his face has been covered with, like, a powdered makeup, and he's, you know, holding himself as presenter as ever. His clogs kind of ring out along the ballroom. And then at that point, the palisade doors kind of swing open, and this long flowing cloak of this like almost this gold silk material, these blue like sort of pauldrons sort of coming off of his shoulders. Roger steps out to the balcony, to the edge of the balcony. He says, "Welcome everybody, thank you for coming to my party. I'm so glad to have you all here. The reason for my hospitality is that I suppose I had an announcement to make. And now this decision was definitely a hard decision to come across, and it's not every day a decision like this is made, but starting this week I will begin my attempt at usurpation of the Market Prince." And you hear at that moment the higher class folks begin to like gasps and stuff. Like essentially he has just said, "I'm gonna try and dethrone the king. I'm gonna take his place." And you hear that? Yes, it's been a long time since power has changed hands in this city, and I think it wise that the Market Prince grows old. He grows lazy. He doesn't take care of us anymore. Haven't you guys noticed the amount of alarm bells that have been ringing lately in the city? Every day, every week by week, more and more alarms ring, and less guard action to work against it. So I really think that it's time someone younger and with more vigor took this place. And as you can see, I've got a new guard to back me up, and these ones, they killed a massive beast just this morning.
I'm Juniper, right?
You were looking like Juniper, yes.
Okay. Can I yell out?
Hold on one second.
Oh boy.
So as I would like to extend to any supporter of of a throne that I may have in the future, 3 promises. The first promise is that anyone in this room who supports me will be considered a founding citizen of a new city. We'll make a new city on top of the ashes of this old city, and I think we'll call it Ancilia, is what I've been thinking. And so you'll all register. You'll pledge your support, and and I will make you the founding citizens, and in return you will be tax-free in this new city, because gold can be found elsewhere. The second promise that I can promise to you all, if you pledge your support to me, is that Malar's throat has been outside of the city for far too long. I think it's time that we built upon our culture of gambling in the city. We brought it in. We need to make it part of the culture in the city. And the third promise, again, is we have a strong guard here. We can really raise this power to be higher than the power of Muriel, even maybe. And that's why I would like to take this time to humbly ask for your support. And to also mention that if you don't support my plans, feel free to leave. And at that point you do see groups of people start to break away from the main crowd watching him give this speech. And I'd say you're probably paying really, really close attention, and you as well, especially with this kind of thing, and you as well, since you're just generally kind of weirded out by all of this because it's sort of targeting you. As people start to break away, you see about maybe 18 or 20 people start to break away and sort of walk. They're like, you see like disgruntled people like, this is terrible. Why would you ever do this? And you see Roger kind of look up towards the stained glass window that's domed over the top, and he looks up at the ledge. He makes a little bit of a motion, and at that point, about 50 guards kind of lean over with their crossbows, and at that moment, the entire crowd is silent as a bunch of the people who were leaving start to fall to their knees and hit the ground, start bleeding, and at that point it was like that ringing silence, and then mayhem breaks out as people start like screaming and like they're running, people trying to get to the doors. It's like you guys are being pushed around in the middle of this crowd, and you hear this sort of louder commotion as Roger sort of looks over the crowd and says, "All right, enjoy your party, everybody. Thank you for coming." And he turns around instantly and starts to walk back in with a tail of guards through the palisade doors. The noise in the down area of this sort of ballroom area is just massive. There's people running everywhere. You see before the guard that he shook hands with as you guys walked into the city, not the guard, the cleric that he shook hands with, the high priest, is now laying on the ground with an arrow in his back, and you hear this intense noise as from one side specifically, and you guys kind of are pushing through, being kind of jostled around by people, and you hear the clattering of swords, just like this almost whirling of swords as you guys look, and you hear this screaming, this like intense yelling, and you guys kind of push through the crowd into this sort of kind of space that's being made by this sort of commotion, and you see laying on the ground is this lump of a body with this fiery red hair kind of flowing off, and you see Zeb. He's got this golden sword out. He's sort of like dancing a ballet through these guards. He's got about 5 or 6 of them on him all at once, and you guys have never seen a movement before except like this before, except you. You know this to be a very well-guarded secret within the elven community as a blade song. He's dancing this almost this beautiful ballet-like dance as he like parries off 5 or 6 swords all at once, and he's dancing, he's spinning, his hair is on fire. It's like he's trying to, someone downed his mother, and he's trying to kill anyone and everyone who gets in his way to stop. And he kind of is like fighting, and as he's fighting, he makes eye contact with you, Gugno. And he points his blade up. He points his... No. Yeah, no. Yep, definitely.
He can tell?
He can tell. He sees your group, he knows, and he's like, okay, hi, he makes eye contact with you and you. And as he's fighting, he's got these 2 blades out. He points up towards the balcony, towards the palisade doors, and screams out, "Go!" And then that's where we'll cut the game.
Oh!